What's going on, E Will? Salute, salute. Shout out to E Will. Let's see. Is it back on? Or just had to reset it. This was a weird topic to me, and the reason why this was a weird topic, I want to say that because I don't believe in the red pill nor the blue pill. I always word at, always looked at it as. Give me a second. Um, yeah, it was on. Shout out to EL. What's going on? Long time, man. Long time. You know, it's a weird topic because if you're black, we don't really do this black manosphere. It's black people have game. We don't have these type of problems with women. We didn't start having these type of problems with women until losers started telling us what to do. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but a lot of these podcasters, these red pill podcasters, are fucking losers. You know, that's why I always say if you're bitching about if you're bitching to your hoe about making a fucking sandwich, then you're probably doing something wrong. She should be making a 4-course meal for you if you had a long day. Niggas want ham and cheese sandwiches and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That to me that always rubbed me funny. Um, I'm gonna tell you about my uncle. One of my uncles never worked a day in his life, but he has more money than my mama and uncle put together. The reason why he has a lot of money is because of his wife. He never had to do anything because his wife always wanted to do for him. You know, when he got a job, she told him leave the job. He's like, fine. He's like, yo, what you want me to do? I know I'm the man of the house, but what do you want me to do? You know, she said, do what you're supposed to do. You know, protect. You don't gotta provide, but I want you to protect. You know, and worrying about how much money that your bitch got, that's more of a foreign thing. It's a foreign insecurity thing. You know, I watch a lot of Chinese drama, and you always see the men who give up their career for their wives. And I respect that about some certain Chinese men and Filipino men. They give up their lives to put their wife first. Not a lot of people will do that, but if you can do that for your wife, man, you really truly do love her. You really do. Give me a second. Let me see what y'all said. Kwame and Shabaka eat bushmeat sandwich. Yeah, bushmeat on toast. It's true. I think they do, but give me a second. Like I always knew that these red pill people, always led people down wrong, the wrong road in life. You know, I have said it. I was fully strong before I started this podcast. I was fully strong on saying that. I was like, yo, these niggas is sending these niggas down the wrong road. They don't need to be down this road trying to figure it out, should they provide for their woman or what their woman's supposed to do? It should come natural. It always should come natural, you know? And I personally do believe that. I do believe that, if you love somebody, the shit's supposed to come natural. One thing about Myron Gaines and these Andrew Tate's people, they you can't be good in everything. Sometimes you have to be a sucker for love. My uncle, I'll tell you about my uncle. My uncle's a journalist. He writes books, he does finances. He actually helps me with my podcast, from Virginia. Give me a second. Um Give me 1 second, everyone. I gotta go on the main screen. Bushmeat on rye. Shout out to Rando. Shout out to Let's Get It 004. You know, it's a crazy thing because my uncle got divorced twice, and he wants to be divorced. Well, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be divorced the third time, but he wants to be married again. He wants to get married to a girl he loves. You know, and my uncle's an attractive guy, so of course he can get women. That's not a problem. The problem is it's always been keeping him because this era is different. The era I was growing up, we had to work together. Men and women had to work together. It wasn't no division. There was no division in the black community. In the white community, it was a little bit different. In the Arab, Chinese community, well, Asian community, it was different. So like I said, it's I liked what I was hearing from Andrew Tate and from Kevin Samuels. It was two different things. Kevin Samuels was talking about having a great life, finding a person that you need to be with. Andrew Tate was talking about, control. This is why I always had a weird feeling about Andrew Tate and Myron Gaines, Musty Myron. Musty Myron, he thought he was gonna get, and it kind of worked. He got on code when it started coming to stats. Kevin Samuels did do stats, but he knew reality. That was the difference between Kevin Samuels and Myron Gaines. Kevin Samuels was telling you to go back to your husband. Don't do this, city girl summer. It's gonna fuck you over. Myron and Andrew Tate was just doing some white boy masculine shit. This is why you catch. This is why you hear homosexual things about Myron Gaines and Andrew Tate. Niggas was saying that Andrew Tate had tranny porn in his fucking in his phone. They say he has tranny porn in his phone. Then this nigga's all say, "Oh yo, I got 7 baby mamas. I got multiple baby mothers." You'll be the first one, and I'm gonna say this: Andrew Tate will be the first one to be talking about fatherless homes. That's why I always say he's a piece of shit. And Tristan Tate is just following his brother. Tristan Tate don't know shit about black people. And I've been told black people, don't follow these weird niggas. Don't follow these weird niggas. These niggas is something's wrong with them. And what happened? What we started catching? Myron in bed with white men. Andrew Tate's looking at tranny porn. Looking at bussy porn. Is this the advice that you want from these weird niggas? Now all these motherfuckers is all right. These niggas think they're white supremacists. They think they're white supremacists. And they talk, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be personally honest about the alt right and these right wing people. These motherfuckers always want to talk about LGBT. There's something delusional about these niggas. But you got fucking Spanish niggas, you got fucking Arabs, you got these half breed fucking people running around talking about alt right, spewing white supremacies. What's going on, Jeff? Which niggas is crazy? Which niggas is crazy? I feel like I'm in the Willy Wonka chocolate factory half the time listening to these goofball ass niggas. These niggas is nutty. These niggas talking about, what this nigga say? Oh yeah, black people need to do this, black people need to do that. Not knowing these niggas is darker than half of us in this fucking country. Myron Gaines looked like he need to be working at a fucking 7-Eleven. Fixing a fucking smoothie machine. with the little red dot on his fucking head. Like, are we really gonna do this? Are we gonna really? And I'm gonna talk to the white people today. Are y'all really gonna listen to these goofball ass niggas? A half breed fucking bussy chasing nigga, a zest monster, Andrew Tate's, the first male bedwench fucking Musty Myron. For heaven's sakes, this nigga was in bed with men, white men. And you listen to this nigga about women. First woman he got, this nigga didn't know what to do. He was he was a horny dog with his tail wagging. That the bitch that he wasn't even fucking. Oh, Angie's this, Angie's that. Angie's listens. Angie packs condoms in my bag because she wasn't fucking you, nigga. She was fucking a construction worker. A Puerto Rican construction worker. While you trick off with your fucking money, nigga. While you trick off with your money. Bringing her to Vegas, California. You was probably paying her Ibrella's fucking bills. She just let you sniff her fucking drawers, and this is what happened. And what did I tell y'all? Let me tell y'all something. What did I tell you 2 months ago? She's gonna run back to her own fucking kind. Did you hear about? No, what happened? What happened in that case? No, what happened in that case? You gotta tell me what happened. All I know, she was found in a fucking attic, man. Fucking around with these white people, man. You know? I'm gonna tell y'all women something too. Y'all gotta know these white guys. You can't be just fucking around with any white man. You know, I'm gonna be personally honest. She had a black man policy. No, African American got otherwise by a dusty white man. So yeah, there you go. She got what she wanted. Give her what she want. Fucking around with a Jeffrey Dahmer. That's what happened. You fucked around with a Jeffrey Dahmer. And the thing about it, we don't even give a fuck that you go out with a white man. We give a fuck that you denigrating black men. You denigrated a black man. That's what our problem is. Yeah, had her up in the fucking attic, man. In that fucking rocking chair. Like Ed Gein. Niggas, let me tell y'all something. I started watching that Netflix thing, the Ed Gein thing. The guy who inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff like that. This nigga started digging up people's bodies and fucking them. He was a was it a necrophiliac? There was this one guy in Massachusetts. His name was Kurt Chisholm. He worked for a morgue. He was fucking dead bodies and shit. One day he fucked a dead body, got his wee wee stuck up in a corpse. They had to they had to call EMTs to get him the fuck out of here. Yeah, his name was Kurt Chisholm. A lot of dudes like what we're putting on their profile. It's all right. Let them keep on doing it. Let them keep on doing it. This is the type of shit that's happening, Jeff. You know? But let me tell you what it is. This shit just started. This, oh, yo, I don't date black men and stuff like that. Um, and I'm telling you, it's because of this red pill shit. It's because of this red pill shit. You listening to these losers talking about, oh, yo, I don't date black women. I don't fuck with black. That's what niggas be saying. It's because of this red pill bullshit. It wasn't Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, and I'm going to say this. Out of the defense of Kevin Samuels, he believed in black love. But he didn't want nobody pushing a narrative to black women saying that, yo, you could get anybody you want, knowing that damn well you can't. Not everybody is a fucking chubby chaser. We love our black queens that we're not gonna fucking lie to them. We love our black women to tell them, yo, we're not gonna lie to them. But we also not gonna do that red pill shit where they're gonna denigrate our black women. No. Get the fuck out of there with that. That's why Myron Gaines, niggas is running up on him now. Niggas is trying to run up on Myron Gaines. That nigga scared. It's not that. I did not like black women. It's the attitude. Yeah. But at the end of the day, let me say, this is the trickle effect of that red pill bullshit. This is that part. This is the trickle effect of the Me Too movement. This is when that shit started happening. This is all of this is a money move, and also it's a what you call it? It's a cause and effect. I got a homeboy. He loves white women. Yeah, the thing about it's Randall. It's the Me Too movement, the red pill, blue pill shit. This is a trickle effect. This is what's supposed to happen instead of like, well, I don't usually date white women, but yo, this white girl's cool. Or I don't date, a black girl don't be like, oh, I don't usually date white men, but this white man's cool. You know what? Let me give it a try. These niggas is like, yo, it's on some shit now. It's like, yo, it's like filling out a fucking application and seeing like, yo, if this person fits the application for the job. Instead of everybody's trying to figure out who is who, what is what. This is how the community is now because it's a fucked up situation. The red pill and blue pill fucked it up. Niggas got, let me tell you also too, it's also fucked up. And I'm sorry to say it, even though I still use it, social networking. Social networking kind of fucked it up too. Because don't forget, now you got these bitches just faking who they are now. Oh, this nigga got money. This nigga's splurging money on, got the stack up to his ears. Let me see what he like. Preying on a nigga. These niggas is getting preyed on now. These bitches is getting preyed on. Oh, I heard this bitch got good pussy. Let's see her profile. See what she like. Oh, rich men, cars, homes. Yo, let me go get a $400 hotel and rent a car. Stun on her after. You work at a fucking McDonald's place cleaning fucking floors and the bitch don't even know. Niggas preying on people instead of like, yo, let me see how this person is. Let me feel, this atmosphere out with this guy. Or let me feel this atmosphere out with this woman. Dating now is so overrated. Yeah. And the thing about it, this is everywhere. It's not even in America. You don't think these niggas, these passport bros thinking, oh, yo, let me go over to other states and other countries and get me a wife. Nigga, dude, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be personally honest with y'all. When I went overseas, I didn't try to find a wife. I tried to fuck everything. Now these niggas is married. Everybody who's trying to smash. Now these bitches have to come up with a plan like, yo, I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. Oh, that nigga's rich. He's looking for a wife. I'll clean the floor until I get my citizenship, then take this nigga's money. Nigga, that's what they do. Them niggas open up the floodgates. These niggas is losers. They don't know nothing about bitches. This is what we used to do back in the days. Go overseas, fuck bitches, call it the night, my nigga. Go back home, go to work, blase blah. Now these niggas is trying to wife the whores. Niggas is right. These niggas is legit wife and prostitutes. These bitches is wife and prostitutes. These niggas is wife and prostitutes that fucking lady boys in fucking Thailand. Devin the dude said in a song, bitches got they hands out for the riches. Won't even do the dishes. Yeah, let me tell you what it is, Rando. And I gotta be personally honest. Niggas made it comfortable. The losers made it comfortable to not do anything. The losers made it comfortable as saying like, yo, you know what? Instead of like, yo, I want to do this for my man. These bitches say, yo, how much is gonna cost you for me to do this every day? They put a price on it. They put a price on fucking love. Love now comes with a dollar sign. They fucked up the land. They fucked up the atmosphere of the land. That's what these people did. They fucked up the atmosphere of the land. The red pill did. Even the blue pill. We got to throw the blue pill up in there too. We got to throw a blue pill up in there. Because I'm going to tell y'all this. And I don't like to go back in time, but at the end of the day, there's certain things that need to stay the same because at the end of the day, like I said, it's going to mess up the atmosphere. Trying to be like white people. Yeah. Oh yeah, white people marry whores all the time. My ex-girlfriend's adopted mother was a whore. You know? I gotta be personally honest. She was a whore. He was with her for 25 years. He probably met her sucking dick. Sucking and fucking and gangbangs and stuff. Passing her around and shit like that. He probably met her like that. And he's like, yo, this is probably the best pussy I ever had. I want to marry her. Look what's on now. Look at the bar is fucking Adam 22. That's the bar. Marrying fucking porn stars. And there's nothing wrong with marrying porn stars, but my nigga, like, the swinging shit, you need to keep that behind closed doors. There's some stuff that needs to be a mystery. This is why I say shit like this messes up the atmosphere. It doesn't break boundaries. It just messes up the atmosphere. It always has. It's just nobody never said anything. Everybody wanted to use the per capita or the percentage and stats. No, nigga, I'm telling you, this is what happens. Dudes on Twitter be marrying corn stars all the time. Yes. Yes. While they're still in the game. And don't get me wrong, there's love for everybody out there. But this shouldn't be a frequent thing where, this happens because when you get your money taken, you can't complain, say, yo, bitch took my money. I didn't know she was gonna, nigga, she's a porn star. She sucks dick for a fucking career, nigga. That's her skill. That's her employment. Is sucking dick, nigga. Like, come on. Getting cracked. My sister was a tramp. Started smoking crack as a teen. Been gone ever since. She graduated to heroin. Yeah, that's what happens, Rando. Sometimes shit goes left. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna say some real shit. It ain't. She can still change her life. I'm gonna be on some real shit. She could still change her life. She can change and make a different direction, go a different direction if she wanted to. My uncle used to steal from me. My uncle was a fucking heroin addict for like 20 years. Nigga stole $4,200 from me and I shot at him. I had two uncles that was a heroin addict. The other one I shot and he ran down the fucking projects. But he changed his life. His body's all fucked up, but he changed his life. He don't touch drugs anymore. I had a cousin who smoked crack and ran a brothel. She stabbed a John because he didn't want to pay. Oh, she's gone and she's 54. It's over. Oh, she passed away. Oh, God rest the dead, then, man. Sorry to hear that. You know it. Yeah, man. But I'm gonna finish tell you about my other uncle. You know what made him change his life? When he went to jail, he stopped using for a little bit because he got married to a girl. She was on drugs too. She quit doing drugs. Once this nigga went to jail, she started doing drugs again. And she overdosed and died. This nigga almost got in a car crash with this nigga because he fell asleep on the wheel, over the wheel. You know? Oh, she's still alive. Oh. Nah, she can still change your life. The only time you can't change your life is when you're dead. You know? You always got a chance. You can always make a difference, Randall. So, you know, you can give up on her, but it's not. I'll say this: anything can happen. This world is the world is our oyster. You know, the world is our oyster. We can always change. You know, this is the type of shit that happens, Randall, man, in life, man. Sometimes we gotta do. Sometimes we just gotta deal with the set of cards that we have. Especially me. Let me tell you something. I had a mother that was. I had a mother that provided me. You know, I had a house. I had a apart. Well, we had a house, decent apartment. My mother worked all her life. I worked all my life, but when I turned 14, everything changed. I had to start surviving myself. My mother stopped cooking. My mother stopped doing all those other things. My mother started making me pay rent. You know, so this is the type of shit that happens at age, what was it, 13? I think it was 13. You know, she stays in Florida. She comes back to Ohio. She says the dope is better up here. Jesus Christ. She she needs an epiphany. Honestly, Rando. She probably OD'd a few times, but she needs to lose something really something. She, she needs to live for something worth losing. If that kind of makes sense. Sometimes you need to live for something. Randall, I know you do. You play football. Have you ever seen the movie Him yet? It's a good movie, actually. I actually like that movie. When you watch the movie, we'll talk about it. Just if you didn't see it, if you did see it, we can talk about it now. It was a crazy movie. You know, I don't think people got what that movie was about. You gotta live for something worth losing. Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's actually a good movie with Marlon Wayans. I actually liked the movie. I actually liked the movie. It has a dark side to it, and I don't watch much movie. Well, that's a football movie. I know you play semi-pro football. Definitely watch that. Definitely watch that. It was a good movie. I like that football movie, and I'm not really even into football like that if it's not gambling. Um, but but shout out to Randall, definitely, man. He plays semi football and stuff like that. I do want to say this too. She has to find something worth losing. When something is worth losing, that's when you want to change. This is when you want to have structure. This is when you want to do. You'll die. You'll die for this. I found I had to figure out something worth losing. What I found out what was worth losing was trying to find the perfect me. Trying to find the perfect me. And let me tell you something, I'm gonna be personally honest. Within the last 4 months, I lost track of that until like a few weeks ago. I lost track of it. Living day by day, doing podcasts, cleaning up, yada yada yada. But I wasn't moving forward. I was just staying right here. I want to move forward. I want to see the perfect me. I don't want to. I don't fear death. I fear not seeing the perfect person that I can be. That's my biggest fear. That and failing. That's why I always tell people all the time, if you can find the perfect you, this is why I start doing stuff like this. This is why I started talking like this. This is why I changed my life. I used to smoke a lot of weed every day. I used to go through 3 ounces a week. I mean 3 ounces every 2 days, 2 3 days, or was it 5 days? 3 to 5 days. I used to go through an ounce easily like that. It was so bad I had to break it up into half. I had to get a half a zip, two different types of weed. That's how bad it was. One for this, one for that. And all of a sudden, I smoked some whack ass weed, and you know what I said to myself? I don't even want to smoke anymore. I'm good. I don't want to smoke. It's just the thing about it. I lost the reason of smoking. I just didn't want to smoke no more. I smoked the best of the best. I got the best of the best. I got better weed than most people in Massachusetts. I'm just being personally honest. And I'm not tooting my own horn about it. It's just I spent too much money. I could have did something with the money. Take out some reasons. Ooh, having some beef ribs tonight. Okay, player. But yeah. This is what comes with the territory of smoking weed, man. Sooner or later, sometimes you leave it and just say, "Yo, I just don't want to do it anymore." And everybody looked at me. They was like, "Yo, you're gonna quit smoking weed?" I'm like, "Yeah." Nobody believed I was gonna quit because I smoked so much weed. Every time somebody see me, I was high. Most people didn't know I was sad. I was sad out here. I felt like there wasn't really the worth living for. Every time I, every time I look up, there's a fucking bill that I have to pay. Oh shit, that was a broom. Yeah. But you gotta understand too, he's jealous of that man because you know why? He's a field football player. Jason Whitlock is a field football player. So of course he's gonna say that. He don't. He. Let me tell you something. Randall, you're a better football player than Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock, he didn't. He wasn't as good as he is. He wouldn't even be. He wouldn't even be. He wouldn't even make semi-pro. Some people have it, some people don't. Some people are just actually good to get scholarships and stuff and just a good face for it. But other than that, they're not great football players. They don't have the love for it. Jason Whitlock didn't have a love for it. He just had the love for the money. And that's how we look at things. And it's like I said, certain things are sad. Certain things is just It's not worth fighting for. To Jason Whitlock, football wasn't worth fighting for. Look at all, excuse me, look at all these football and basketball players, retired basketball players that are um Hall of Famers. They had a purpose for playing. When they didn't have it no more, they just said, "Yeah, I just don't got it no more." They didn't want to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. People, you got to look at it. Even with wrestlers, there's this guy I know. He's like in his 50s. He still wrestles. 50s is like the high 50s, not just oh yo he just turned like 52, 52. No, this nigga's is like in his high 50s. He still wrestles. He still wrestles in the indie world. And I asked him, I was like, yo, why do you still do it? You could have been retired and have like a job and stuff like that. You got all these injuries. He's like, yo, I love it. This is what I live for. He's like, yo, sometimes I know I'm gonna die in the ring. I know I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna die in the ring, break my neck or something. I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. He's like, why? That's how I want to go out. I want to go out the thing that I love doing. Now I'm going back to the red pill. All this information they're giving back. They don't have love for these people. They have love for the money. Andrew Takes. He don't give a fuck about half of these white boys that are crying about these lonely ass white boys who don't know shit about life. Instead of telling them the truth about life, telling them like, yo, it's like a fucking card game. You win and you lose. It's just how you recover from shit. You don't have to change yourself. You're gonna find the perfect person that you deserve. Not everybody deserves a fucking Beyonce. Not everybody deserves a fucking Tiana Trump. We gotta be honest about certain things. This is why, let me tell you something. This is why a lot of these divorce stuff happens. This is why a lot of these things with women happen. Even with women. Every woman think they deserve a fucking Tyson Beckford or a fucking Nigel. No, you don't deserve a fucking model. You don't deserve a nigga who's 6'4", who gets a 6-figure paycheck. You deserve that man that loves you for you. I'm just being personally honest. You need to love that person who loves you for you. I'm gonna say it again. You need to find that person that loves you for you. Not for your money, not what you can give them, but just love being around you. Just enjoys everything. When you come home, yo, I gotta cook for my man. And when her friends like, oh, why you cooking for your man? He could cook himself. No, I want to cook for him. I love this man. That's what type of woman y'all need. That's what type of man you need. It always has to start off with love because the shit ain't gonna last. Don't give a fuck about these statistics. These statistics is wrong half the time, anyways. Give me a second. Is that Spence? Shout out to Spence. Salute. True, bro. Most people don't understand that water finds its own level. Facts. It's true. Yeah, that's true. Spence, that's it's true. You're right. It finds its own level. If you have to work, you gotta work. So be it. So be it. Like this is why the world's so fucked up. Niggas is always talk about fatherless childs and stuff like that. 9 out of 10, the father still wants to be there. You're just giving the nigga a hard time. And same thing with another nigga. Nigga, the bitch wants you there with the child. It's just you giving the bitch a hard time when she got a boy, when she gets a new boyfriend and moves on. You can't get mad. The shit just doesn't work. You still love each other, but at the end of the day, you gotta respect the boundaries. You know, as long as that man love that child like you love your child, the nigga, this shouldn't be a problem. As long as he ain't hitting, fucking beating the nigga. We seen what happened. Look at what Adrian Peterson's kid. Nigga was probably going crazy. She got an ain't shit nigga. This nigga killed one of his kids. Now that nigga in jail for life. Fucking around, you know, trying to tell another man how to do his shit. Let me tell you something. I always tell women this. Some guys ain't gonna wanna be there for your child. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, they don't want to deal with that type of situation. They're not gonna have that type of relationship that they want with that child. There's guys, let me tell you something. There's guys out here that will do anything for a woman, even if she has a child. Like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna raise that child like he's mine. I'm gonna love this child because I love this woman. There are guys like that. But you can't just sit here and lie and be like, oh, yo, don't tell my child what to do. And this motherfucker giving up his all everything that he has to love you and your child. And he's loving your child out of default because of you. It's not really like he's doing himself a favor. It's like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna love this child because, like, it's my own child because I love this woman. This woman is my world. And this is what y'all have to see. Not every guy's not gonna be like that, but you gotta accept it. This is what comes with certain situations. Even it's like, yo, if a nigga ain't gonna be there all the time, you gotta accept it or not accept it. This is what comes with, you know, having money. The motherfucker's gonna be on trips for 2 to 3 days. You're gonna have to hold down the fort by yourself at times. You actually gotta pay your part, even though the shit ain't gonna be fair. Fair. You have to play your part to even out the land, to even out your world. Sometimes you have to put in extra work. You think this nigga wanna be gone from 2 to 3 days away from his fucking kids? Knowing that he love his fucking kids? No, what motherfuckers say about him? Oh, yo, black men are not there for their kids. There's fatherless kids out here. And we finding out like, yo, 81% of black men are there with their kids. They're just not married. Like, come on, what the fuck, man? Like, why are we lying? Then we find out your fucking community's like that. Your community, they just fuck everybody, have kids, and not know who the fucking father is. You know? You know? And you gotta understand too, Jason Whitlock is a grade A dick sucker. He's always dick sucking fucking white supremacy. Like, come on, my nigga. Niggas was telling him about that Bible and stuff like that. That niggas, whoa, you know, white supremacy, you know, white communities, they're happy people. Nigga, have you ever been to a fucking trailer park? I know a slumlord, and he said, yo, those people are fucking crazy. Them cops be running around out in and out that motherfucker about domestic disputes, nigga. Come on. Let's not do that. I know slumlords. He said, them niggas get tired of going over there. Them cops be like, yo, we gotta get paid more for this shit. Some cops quit because of this shit. Nigga pistol whipped it. Nigga, I know a situation where this trailer trash motherfucker pistol whipped his wife because she snorted up all the coke. I swear, I can't make no shit like that up. She snorted up all the coke, so he pistol whipped her for not saving him any. She made him dinner, but she snorted up all the coke. That's not funny, but it's a fucked up situation. You know, and like I said, it's the thing about the red pill. They looking at this as a business, and I get it. It's a business to them, but at the end of the day, this is these people's lives. This is these people's lives. You can't be playing with these people's lives saying that, oh, yo, they're supposed to, as a man, you're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to. Not everybody's going to be rich. There's not even 10% of rich people in America. There's not even 10% of rich people in the world. Like, come on, we can't do this. Not everybody can live like the Jones. Most of us is going to have to work. But you have to find a job that you're going to love doing. Best advice I'm going to give you, find a job that you like to do because you don't want to be what was it? My professor told me, he said, find a job that you like to do because you don't want to be miserable for those 5 days waiting for those 2 days to have fun and to be happy. All jokes aside, you do not want to be miserable for those 5 days waiting for those 2 days to be happy. That's why, yo, you know what I was thinking about doing, and it's crazy, writing a self empowerment book. And the reason why is, um, like I've been through some crazy shit, but one thing I always try to do, like I've been doing this for like, I want to say like 8 years. No, 6 years, 5 to 6 years. Um, I've been trying to make myself happy. I don't try to find people to make me happy. I make myself happy. You know, and I know people's like, wow, your shorty don't make you happy. That's not it. It's just, you know what? How you gonna be happy? How are you gonna make somebody else happy? You're not happy yourself. You know, so it's a weird situation. I will say that that's a very weird situation. I always tell people that you should make yourself happy instead of having other people make you happy. You know, it comes with the territory that we are in. You know, and also too, I'm gonna move my room around. So if you see me like sitting a certain type of way, you be like, "Oh, yo, it looks different." It's just I moved the room around. I do want to say this too. The reason why I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why the red pill failed. It started going racial. Instead of just saying women, they said black women, white women, Spanish women. Black women are not desirable. Are you serious? Black women are not desirable? Black women are not desirable, but everybody's tanning their skin, getting breast implants, getting butt implants, getting these black braids. It's just those black women are the bar. Let's not let's stop playing crazy and let's be honest. Black women are the bar. They're the bar. They are the bar. From even, let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Everybody wants to look like Kim Kardashian, but who does Kim Kardashian want to look like? Black women. Big tits, fat ass, the shape, Coke bottle shape, lips, dark skin. There was one time niggas was roasting her because she was looking like Jafar off of fucking Aladdin. So it's like we can't do that. We can't lie. Like we got to stop this lying shit. That's the crazy part. They lie about what's sexy. These white women are doing the same thing that black women are doing. They're doing the same thing. These Spanish women are doing the same thing as black women are doing. But the only thing that these Afro Latinas, no, not even these Afro Latinas. I give Afro Latinas passes, and the reason why I give them a pass is because a lot of these Afro Latino women fuck with black men. They love their African culture. They love their black culture. And I say African culture because that's what it is. It's African culture that they love. That's their culture. And I'm not gonna shit on them for that, like, oh, you faking being, nah, that's their culture. They're actually African. Most of these Afro Latin, and the thing about it, I'm gonna even say this, I'm gonna even go farther. Some of these African Latinas are Seminoles. Because when a lot of those Seminoles left Florida, they went to Mexico. They went to other places. They knew how to maneuver out of these countries. That's why a lot of these white people didn't want these black Americans to go to their country because they knew about war. They knew about fighting. They knew about guerrilla, like I said, guerrilla warfare. They knew about these type of situations. You know? Give me a second. So we're gonna start this show soon. Actually, we're gonna start the show now. I don't know if this is a Brown Reaper show or the Chocolate Man podcast, but I'm gonna put both of them down in the playlist. In the playlist. Um, so welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast and Chocolate Man podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. How's everyone doing? Um, I need everybody also too, if you can, like, subscribe, and like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to donate to the podcast, I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave the link down in the live chat right now. But if you need to find it, it's in the description. But let me do it right now for y'all. Let's see. Oh shit. Fix that. But I'm gonna say this, everyone. There's levels to this stuff. I'm gonna be personally honest. There's a lot of levels to this stuff, and the reason why there's levels to this stuff with these red pills people, because they're failures. All these people, they're failures. That's why they always have to go out for stats. The only person you probably have to give credit to is probably, what's his name, Mr. Organic. I'm not a big fan of Mr. Organic. I like Mike Richard. Mike Richard, he holds it down. He gets busy. Hold on one second. He gets busy out here, but and the reason why I like Mike Richard because he works on people's bodies too. Like when I mean work on people's bodies, give me a second. Let me see if all of this stuff works. All right, we're in the game. The reason why I say he works on people's body, he gives people workout skills to get your body the way that you want it to be. So he just don't talk. He shows you techniques and stuff. I even got some of my workout techniques from Mike Richard. I see people, you know, posing for the camera and shit after they finish working out. Actually, Mike Rashad shows you. He shows you, and he should be paying. We should be paying him for this shit. But he's giving this out for free because he actually loves what he likes to do. He loves what he loves to do. You know. So again, if you and also too, if you don't have money for donations, that's cool. Just share this link, and just so we can have more people on here and stuff like that. Y'all have been doing a great job with that. I have been looking at the analytics of the sharing, and y'all actually been helping me out. So thank y'all for even helping me out. I do appreciate that. Even the white supremacists, they've been helping me out too. You know, they talk shit and stuff, but you know, they help me out as well. The Pan Africans, they ain't worth the pot of pissing, but they help me out. So I gotta be personally honest. Thank, and also FBA all day. Y'all always hold me down, man. So thank y'all, and also too, I gotta thank the people who fucks with the FBA, who is non FBA. Thank y'all because at the end of the day, I just hope y'all enjoyed the entertainment, the stuff that we put out. You know, because this stuff has been getting bigger because of y'all. I'm almost at 310. I'm at like 306 right now. You know, thank y'all. Like I said, thank y'all. And I'm gonna say this before we start. Um, Let me see how this looks. Um, I personally do feel like these red pill, like these Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, that Whaler guy, he filled black. He filled. Let me tell you something. He filled. They all filled men. They all failed men. You know, they don't even talk about, the red pill community. They don't talk about men before no more. They want, and the thing about it, because they made it a business instead of actually. Let me tell you something. People said there's more money to help people than to not help people. The reason why I said there's more money to help people than not to help people. This is why I always tell y'all people all the time. I was like, if you don't have it, you don't have it. I'm not gonna be like, yo, nigga, I ain't gonna talk to you and stuff like that because you didn't send no fucking donations in. I do this because at the end of the day, I want y'all to want to send cash apps and donations and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, yo, you didn't send the donations, and it just it's bad faith. One thing I tried and I promised myself ethically, I don't want to be like, yo, y'all didn't send no monies in, so we're not gonna do this podcast today. We're gonna wait until y'all, start liking and stuff. I want y'all to feel like, okay, yo, you know what? I want to like this regardless because you know what? This is always a good show. He's always saying some stuff that I can think about, and and I believe. Even if you like it, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I still want you to like it because just say like, yo, he has his own opinion, but at the end of the day, he's listening to me on what I'm saying. And I'm being personally honest, even with the white supremacies. I know some of y'all be like, yo, block this person here, block that person. I can't do that. And the reason why I can't do that because at the end of the day, I made this space for everybody. The people who disagree with me, people who agree with me. Tell you something. I had a show that was super dope. I had mad people on there. I'm talking about. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find that, and I can tell y'all. It was the show about the conservatives party being the face of victimhood. Um, it was 200 people that looked at that show, that was on that show, that viewed that show. You know, I had 10 likes and 22 dislikes of it. It was mostly white supremacy. I could have been like, yo, fuck them niggas, you know what, I'm gonna block all of them. No, that's their opinion. They didn't like the show. But now, when I have a show like that, you gotta tell me why you didn't like that show. And know what I told those people? If you had a problem, you could have got on the panel and tell me why. What was your problem? What did I say that was wrong and was misinformation? This is why I tell y'all, yo, if y'all all want to come on the panel, come on the panel. This is why I do the first hour. I do the first hour because if y'all want to jump on the panel, jump on the panel. Why would I stop y'all from doing anything? That's not. I can't do that. I can, but I can't. It just doesn't make no sense. It just doesn't make no sense to stop these people. As long as they following the laws of the land, as I always say, don't do shit to get me demonetized. Don't do no shit to get me a copy strike. Don't do no fucked up shit. Knowing that I don't want to be like fucking Myron Gaines, looking stupid, crying on my show with Daisy Dukes on and shit, with Hoochie Daddies on. Talk about I love working for Homeland Security, but saving you is more. I don't want to do no stupid shit like that. That shit is, that's some pussy shit. I'm gonna be personally honest. That was some pussy shit. Oh, what's going on, Dorsey? Salute, salute. It's just it just doesn't make sense, man. It's just Myron knew the law. Myron knew the rules. There's certain ways where you could have been like, yo, I want to say what I want to say, but I'm gonna say it in a certain way where I don't get demonetized. First of all, you ain't gonna make no money, and second of all, you're not gonna reach nobody. Damn, no, damn. I'm in, I'm uh, in whole uniform, in whole uniform, in whole uniform. Yeah, man, it be like that sometimes. But yeah, oh, like I was saying, Dorsey, I'll tell you what we've been talking about. We've been talking about like these red pill people been giving people misinformation and false information. The reason why I say it was false information because they're saying that these women can't get men instead of telling these women like, yo, these type of men are not gonna go for you, but you can still get a man. You know, not everybody's a fucking chubby chaser. Not everybody likes big women. You know, I'm just being personally honest. Like me, I like big women. It depends what type of big. Not like fucking 400 pounds. Not two of me or anything. But I like me a little chubby. I like me a little chubby girl sometimes. It be like that. Do I like skinny girls? I'm all right with it. It's just I know why these dudes like skinny girls. I, I don't know if I don't know if it's a pedophilia thing, but they like young looking women. But these women look like they're like 13, 14. Like to me it's kind of sick, you know. Yeah, a woman could get a man anytime. Any woman could get a man. It's just trying to keep that man. Oh yeah, you could call in. Give me a second. Um I'm gonna give you 15 minutes because we got to jump into this video. Give me a second. Nah. Who's this? Give me a second. Okay. Mm, no, this ain't it. All right. Give me a second. Before we jump on. All right, Dorsey, give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, Dorsey, do you still got the number? All right, call. You can call in now. Yeah, yeah, call in. You can call in now.
Call from
Dorsey.
to accept.
Yo, yo.
Hey, top of the morning to you, brother. How you doing?
Good morning, man. Good morning. How's
Good
everything?
afternoon. I forget y'all on the 3 hour time difference.
Yeah, it's 12 over here, but good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro. That's an interesting subject that you got this morning.
Hmm. Where you want to start at? Like,
Okay, so basically, I would like to go back in time, say 50 years.
mm-hmm.
Okay, it used to not be that many fat girls because basically of the diets that we used to consume back then.
Mm.
So because there were, you rarely really got bumped into a fat girl. She usually had a nice attitude and demeanor and so forth. She was very happy and so forth, right?
Yeah.
And you could get along with them. So then the diets changed. The diets changed, and then what happened is even the skinny girls start to get fat, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you have many Asians where you at?
Yeah. So you're in California. We got a Cambodian town around here. There's one
Okay,
in Lowell.
okay. I remember when the little Asian girls used to be skinny. I mean, like damn near emasculated. You know what I'm saying? Little
Yeah.
bony things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're looking at these Asian girls and they got a little body on them, don't they?
Yeah.
They got breasts. Okay, we didn't have no Asian girls with breasts when I came up.
Yeah, it was very few.
Right. So that means that the steroids and their diet is kicking in.
Mm.
So it's changing the body types. You see where I'm coming from?
Facts.
Okay. Now I'm here in California, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I noticed a long time ago about California, all the little six and sevens that used to be in the town, in those small towns, they used to consider themselves eight and tens, right?
Yeah.
But when they came down here to California, they was put down on the level of a five and a six, right?
Mm. Okay.
Because you got to understand, New York and L.A. is where the models and the actresses go, right?
Yep.
The people who want to be in the entertainment business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the little chick that was like what 5'3", and she was the shit in like Bug Tussle, Kentucky or wherever the fuck she come from. When she get out here to California, hey man, we got millions of them little motherfuckers running around here, right?
Mm-hmm. With the same
And
body
because
type.
we have but what the millionaires is looking out for, they're looking for the women that's 5'10". You see
Mm.
where I'm coming from? And
Mm-hmm.
above, because if they gonna marry them, they want tall children. You see
Mm-hmm.
where I'm coming from?
Genetics.
So, yeah, the genetics. So a millionaire, he's not finna get with no midget. He's
Nah.
finna get with him a woman that's there. So now you got a surplus of fat girls and shit, and now they mad because they being rejected by. See, the fat girls don't want to just get with the average guy. They now got it in their sight that they can hook up with a millionaire, right? But
Mm-hmm.
see, that's that skinny girl mentality. She ain't looking in the mirror and realizing like, oh, you a chunky monkey now. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So now they got an attitude and they think it's men's fault that they talk about, oh, it's body shaming. No, it's shame on you for getting fat. That's your goddamn fault. But the girls who have the phenotype, we talking the genetics, right?
Yeah.
The girls who was gonna be chubby girls regardless, hey man, they still got the same good disposition.
Yep.
And them the ones that get the guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have no attitude, because they don't make no demands on the man. You see where I'm coming from?
I'm gonna even go a little bit further. This is these guys that these are these women that the guys get pregnant because they know they're gonna be good mothers and they're gonna always be there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So we knocking them down and we locking them down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 9 times out of 10. Now me myself, I wasn't no chubby chaser, but I was equal. I was equal about it. If a big girl had great conversation and had her head together and had a good
Mm-hmm.
job, hey, we could hang out. Hey, I'm not gonna lie,
Oh yeah.
right? So like I said, now these little skinny chicks, they who are now out of shape and everything. Now they are very competitive
Yeah.
about men. They act like men is their property or their divine right. No, we human beings like that. So now you fat chicks, y'all got to suffer. So
Yeah.
now they turning on. Now you got the studs running around here, the fat chicks that studs, and then you got the little fat chicks that think that being a homosexual is the thing to be. Men
Yeah.
did never change. We never changed.
No, we're not.
We never changed. It's the women and their diets that change.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah.
So let me explain something to you. When them little skinny chicks be trying to maintain their diet, they don't eat properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now their periods is thrown off. They got migraine headaches. They get sick all the time. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't take care of yourself. If you just sit up and drink Starbucks all day, sugar and caffeine, and you think that's a proper diet, then yeah, you're gonna have problems. Your periods is gonna be off. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I
Uh,
want to answer this question. I want to answer this statement actually. Um, Spence, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people did do that, but at the end of the day, most people fall in love with them. A lot of people use fat girls to practice, yes, but they ended up falling in love with them. That's why a lot of these fat girls that you see now are actually married and probably skinny, you know? And it changes like that. Like the girls who were fat in high school and stuff, they ended up skinny. I don't know how, I don't know what. I even look at my generation. I started going on Facebook and looking at my my school year, and I started seeing actually a lot of these girls are skinny. A lot of these girls lost this weight and stuff, and actually are working out. So I think that's a younger generation of people using fat girls. Actually, these fat girls are actually getting guys, but the thing about it, they're not accepting the guys that they are getting. And I think that's a not a false statement. I don't think it's not a false thing to do. It's not a bad thing to do, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'm not gonna say settle for less, but see the good in that person that you are getting. Not seeing the person, always seeing the good in what you want. Because when you see the things, if you see the good in what you want all the time, there's something. Some 9 out of 6 out of 10, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with that picture. There's something that somebody is not telling you that guy that you want is not good for you. But oh yeah, go on what you were saying, Dorsey. And let me ask you a question too. When you said that, when you said what you said, what you think the red pill got wrong? Oh shit. Go on, say what you got to say. I'll be right back. Go on. They're listening.
okay. What the red pill got wrong is look. Love is always going to be the equalizer. Now, if that woman don't love you, then 9 times out of 10, you really don't love that woman because basically, uh, you just looking at her at her physical attractiveness. You really haven't dwelled into who she is, and you know she an evil little bitch. So you know deep down that it really ain't gonna work out. Now, then you really wasn't finna get. You really wasn't taking her seriously. Then she got pregnant, now you locked down, and now you got to deal with her little evil ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know that happens. That's what happens to most guys is that they let their dick do the decision, and then they get stuck with these little harpies. These little women, and then the little women turn bitter, and then they feel like they got to burn through a nigga paycheck in order for
Yeah.
them to feel like they being appreciated and all that nonsense, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have. Check this out. I've been married 5 times, right?
Okay. Okay.
And my number one rule is I can love a rich woman just as much as I can love a poor woman, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So my whole thing is if you ain't got your shit together, Dorsey is not finna get involved with you.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? As a woman, I'm not finna, you know, I'm not finna pay your bills. I didn't make your bills, so why would I have to pay them?
Oh
Right?
yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? But a
Facts.
lot of women, every man who decides he's gonna marry a woman, he needs to do a background check on her ass,
Yeah.
especially a credit check,
Oh
because
yeah.
once you marry her, her debts become yours too.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gonna say, "Well, baby, can you pay on my credit card and help me get my debt down and
Oh
my
yeah.
student loans? Can you help me pay them off?" Hell no.
Oh yeah. Rip hose bone.
You see where I'm coming from? Because they're using you. I mean,
Mm.
I'm just telling them the truth. Why do you think the divorce rate is so high?
Hey yo, E Will just made a great point. He said, "Red pill is built on anger and resentment to women, foundationally flawed." It's true, man.
Yeah, that's true. Cause see, understand us
Yeah.
dudes who got game. How come it is the dudes who got game ain't never had no problems meeting women?
Yeah.
But you got lames who think that, the material shit, oh, I got the car, I got this, I got that. Yeah, but you the same nigga who hang out at the strip club.
Hey yo, I don't think you was here when I said this. I don't think you was here in the beginning. So I told them they messed up these lames, these niggas, these I'm gonna say they're lames. And the reason why I'm these lames in these squares. And there's nothing wrong with being a square. It's just they messed up the atmosphere of relationships. The reason why I say that they messed up the atmosphere of the relationship is because the things that we were having fun with, like, the one night stands and, just, going out and having a good time, they made it as in a relationship. They made it's just weird. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Passport Bros. What I said about the Passport Bros, those things when they was like, yo, I'm about to go find a wife in the Philippines and all these other countries, we was using this just to, have a good time, fuck if you meet a girl and stuff and go home and go back to work in America. These niggas went off, had these bitches suck their dick from the back, did some weird shit to them and stuff like that they never got before, and they married these bitches that we were all fucking. So now these women are thinking, saying like, "Yo, you know what? Having a good time costs a price now. It has a money sign on it. It has a money sign on it. The ones we already knew that were hookers and whores and stuff, we already knew that. Now things have a price on it because of these people that don't know the rules to this shit. They go off where we have a good time at, and they put a price on it now.
Okay, can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is not this, you exempt from this statement. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
back in my day, the price of pussy was at an all-time low. Okay, for a bottle of Old English 800 and a box of Church's chicken, that was considered a date. Okay, then all of a sudden these little lame niggas came in here, and then they started talking
Oh,
about
hold
I'll
up. That's
give
not
you
paying for
wife.
pussy. That's not paying for pussy. Paying for when you pay for pussy, you paying them to leave. We're paying. We're having a good time. If I buy you something just because I'm buying you something, that's not paying for pussy. That's just actually just having a
Really?
good time. Yes, you paying them.
Okay, on the West Coast, we got a different philosophy on that.
Yeah,
We don't pay to get rid of them.
yeah. That's tricking right there. Tricking is you paying them to leave. If you
Yeah,
buy
well,
if you
see,
buy
here on the
dinner
West
if you buy
Coast,
dinner and stuff like that, that's not paying for pussy. You know, I
okay,
that's what this
okay,
this is these lames complicating things.
okay, here on the West Coast, we live with the women, and then they pay us to leave.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But 9 times out of 10, they see, like I said, they in competition with each other.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got married, my wife proposed to me, right?
Mm.
She got down on her knee and pulled out the ring.
Yeah.
And like an idiot, I fell for that shit. Because it threw me off. I couldn't do nothing. I was like,
Let me
damn,
ask you a question. What year was this?
shit, 1985?
Oh, okay, okay. I was about to say if they got you in 2000, it was a social network, and they probably looked at your profile and say, "Oh, this is what he like. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him."
Nah, my little girl, my first wife, she was a Spaniard. Her name was Remy, right?
Remy, oh cool.
Yeah, her folks had money, right?
Yeah.
So what? This is how we met. I was an officer of the bank at the time, right?
Okay, okay.
And she worked for the bank, and I met her at the bank Christmas party for the higher ups.
Mm.
We were at the Bonaventure Hotel. So when I bumped into her, we got to talking, and then we found out that we both worked for the bank and all this, and then I asked her out, and she used to have a convertible Cadillac, Coupe de Ville, right? It was gold.
Okay.
So, when she came and picked me up, I was riding around in a little Ford Mustang too, a little inky dink car. So when she came and picked me up, swooped me up, I jumped up in the car and man, we was rolling, right?
Yeah.
You know, money was no object with her. So
That's how they all start off. My baby mother got me like that. She bought me everything and stuff because I'm so used to. I told people all the time I haven't worked in like 6 years. Before I met my baby mother and got out of college, I didn't work in like 6 years. Women been taking care of me. My ex girlfriend been taking care of me.
exactly,
So
and and,
after that
and it,
happened, I left. My baby mother started buying me stuff. Then after that, shit changed.
right. So okay, I have a terminology or a classification for that, right?
Yeah.
We really won gigolos, right? We were in the lower division, which is called a cornflake gigolo, right? See, a cornflake gigolo, as long as the woman take care of all the bills and buy me a couple Nikes every now and then, an outfit, I'm good, right?
Mm.
That's a cornflake gigolo. Now, when you start having women give you cars and shit, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be on Judge Judy, right, or Joe Brown, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because she gonna sue your ass
No,
as
not
soon
this.
as you
The one
you
I
run
had
off with
was a
another chick.
correctional officer. I had a correction. Okay, I'm gonna tell you mine. I had a correctional officer. I was with her for 6 years. She was 21 years older than me. Um,
Oh,
she
you
didn't.
was dipping into. Oh, okay. I see what you was
Oh,
doing.
I always dated older women my whole life. Most of the time, I dated older women. Have I dated younger women? Yes, I have dated younger women, but I usually date older women. This one was older than my mother. My mother's only 17 years older than me. This one was like my father's age. She was taking care of me. Like when I met her, she had a black eye, fucking
Huh.
around with them Africans, man. Africa gave her a fucking raccoon, so
That was probably Chewbacca's granddaddy who did that old bullshit.
yeah, ran off to.
Chewbacca, you in the audience?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Chewbacca, you know your granddaddy did that shit, nigga.
Yeah,
Couldn't handle
man.
rejection.
And guess where he did it at? In fucking Africa.
See,
He did it in Africa too.
barbarians, barbarians.
So yeah, this is why I tell people all the time. I was living in Vermont for like 6 years. Most people didn't know because I was back and forth from Boston to Vermont. I was living in Middlebury. Go.
Okay.
Excuse
See,
me. I'm
I had a
sorry.
little, I had a little Puerto Rican German girl. No, she wasn't Puerto Rican. She was Italian and German,
Mm,
right? She was from Hartford, Connecticut,
mm,
named Debbie. She was a nurse.
yeah.
Okay. My first son, his mom was 27 and I was 17, right?
Mm.
And she couldn't put my name on the birth certificate because she would have got arrested for statutory rape.
Where were you at?
So
What
that
state?
oh man, I was in Mississippi, man. Shit, I was
Oh,
hey,
their age is 18 in Mississippi.
yeah. See,
Oh, see,
the whole thing is
Massachusetts is I think it's like 16, 17. Yeah.
right. So without my parents' consent, she wasn't supposed to be messing with me.
Yeah, she would have been fucked.
Yeah, but see, I was in college and I was working at my uncle's bar. That's where I met her, right?
Mm.
So I was walking around like a little nerd in the beginning, trying to look like an adult. I was wearing a little tie and shit. Looking like a little motherfucking Muslim or some shit. Selling bean pies and shit, right? So, so that shit. I mean, I was holding real good conversation, but I couldn't never close the deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I met her, and then she had her own crib. She worked for the phone company at the time.
Oh yeah. Keep on going. I'll be right back. I'm listening. Going.
Yeah, because she was working at South Central Bell. So, she had her own crib. She had her own car. She had a real good refrigerator, and I used to stay over there on the weekends. When I didn't have classes, and then one day she just up and disappeared on me. And then I found out later on, after I had got out of the Marine Corps, that I had a kid by her. My son was like 3 years old when I met him.
Mm.
Yeah, because she had skipped town. I didn't know where she had, I didn't know where she had went.
Yeah, they always do
She
that.
had this. But I wasn't tripping because one thing about older women, they don't play no games, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If they want to fuck, they want to fuck. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? If they want to go out, they gonna ask you, do you want to go with them? And if you say, nah, I'm cool, they gonna go anyway, right?
Yep.
And they gonna show back at the house at a proper time, you know, before 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You see what
Cause they
you see what I'm
res-
saying?
cause they respect you and stuff like that. Everything with them, they already know it. Shit is about respect. That's how shit
Right.
start off. But with younger girls, it's different. Like I used to date this other girl. She tried to trap me. She was like 10 years older than me, 10, 12 years older than me. She tried to trap me and stuff like that. Cause I told her I don't remember having sex with her and stuff like that. I was fucking drunk. At the time I was a fucking drunk. I don't remember having sex with this girl and stuff like that. So
See?
when I said I wanted a paternity test, she disappeared for like 3 years. And this is why me and my mother have a bad relationship. My mother used to throw that shit in my face all the time. We can be talking about fucking peas. I was like, "Ma, those are green peas." Well, you need to find out if that baby is yours. She'll get mad and say some petty shit like
Oh,
that.
she just come out with some shit
Yeah, or
out
some
of,
shit like
out the
that.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. So then after that, I was like, Ma, I said, I need a paternity test. I was telling my mother that for 3 years. She threw that shit in my mother's face. So when this bitch just all of a sudden just came back, talk about, oh yeah, the kid looks like you and stuff like that. And this is how weird shit gets. And this is why I stopped putting pictures online about me with me when I was a little kid. She tried to make a background look like the background I was in when I was in, I think, Alabama or Jamaica or in JP in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Um when I was in a bathtub, she put her kid in a bathtub that looked similar to the bathtub I was in when I was younger and said, "Yo, that kid
Oh,
look like you."
damn.
I showed my mother, she said, "Yo, that look like you." No, I said the background looks like me. I don't think that baby looks like me. You know,
Hey, I'm gonna be
she was
honest
like,
with you,
"Yo, you
homie.
don't know, you don't know." You know how niggas is. You don't know, you don't know. I was like, "Ma, I don't remember having sex with this girl," and I said, "Ma, it don't take a whole year to have a baby." You know. Oh, but you don't
Exactly.
know, you don't know, you don't know. And still yelling in my face. And at the end of the day, we found out that kid wasn't even mine. You
See,
know.
and see, that's another something. See, women got that little code and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never trusted my mom about my baby mamas and shit because I told her, first of all, it ain't none of your damn business,
Mm-hmm.
right? Second of all, I say, look, mom, you was married. You was married. My dad married you. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the firstborn. My brother was the firstborn, right?
Mm.
I'm the second one. So I look exactly like my dad. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts
Yeah.
about that shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I'm saying, women have a code because see, moms always want to be grandmas, right?
Hold on one second. Shout out to Chief Goldeneye. Let me see what he said. Laugh my ass out. It's true. All these FBAs are country bumpkins, inbreds, kind things, ninjas, and said he's from Alabama. Yeah, my family's from Alabama. What's wrong with that? We're not inbreds. We're not trailer park.
Hey,
My
are
my
you
fam
from
my
are you
family.
from Red Dirt, Alabama? Sugar
Yeah,
Dirt, Alabama?
Selma. Yeah, Selma.
Yeah, so you from Sugar Dirt,
Yeah,
Alabama, red
with
dirt.
the fire ants and shit. Yeah,
Yeah. I know where that's at, over by Tuskegee and shit, right?
yeah, yeah. Over the bridge. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, check this out, man. We had a buddy. His name was Teddy. He went to Tuskegee, right?
yeah,
So we went on a road trip, right?
yeah.
So we went down there and we had to drop him off. So we got into one of them little sleepy bear inns, the one with the bear with the little nightcap on his head. We
Hold on
rented a
one
room,
second. One
right?
second. Chief Goldeneye. My father's from Augusta, Georgia. My father's family's from Augusta, Georgia. So I don't think I could be an incest baby. But thanks for the trolling, man. Keep it up. Go on.
Right. So we went down there, and so we went clubbing, right? So we
Yeah.
find this little hole in the wall spot, and we get in there in about like 15 minutes. I straight,
Yeah.
right? I find some girl, right? That's
Yeah.
how easy it used to be, man. I'm telling you, man. That's how easy it used to be.
Yeah.
10 minutes of conversation on the dance floor, and she back at the hotel, right?
Yeah.
So I had a couple other dudes. We was riding with. One was my cousin, right? The
Yeah.
one you look like. That's the one I was going to tell you. I had a cousin. He looked just like him when he was young, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So my cousin. He had all the potential. He had all the properties and elements to be a player, right?
Mhm.
He just was. I ain't saying he was goody two shoe, but he worried too much about what women thought about him, right?
Hold on. I didn't say Atlanta. I said Augusta, Georgia. St. Clair's, Georgia, not Atlanta, Georgia. He said you're from the
Hey, check this
homos.
out. Is it the,
He said
that's
you're
where
from.
they
He said
play.
he said
That's
I'm
where
from
they
the
play the Masters
homosexual
golf.
capital. This man's crazy.
Hey, we talking about Augusta, Georgia. That's where the Masters is played with golf.
Yeah,
You
this
understand what I'm
man
saying?
said you're from the homo. He said I'm from the homosexual capital of Georgia. No, not Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta.
That's Atlanta, and he a peasant, and he a peasant anyway. He don't even know geography, so he don't know.
Yeah.
He a
Nah.
lame. He a lame. He don't even know how to keep up with
Yeah.
his geography,
Yeah,
right?
he's probably from
Okay.
Timbuktu or something. Who knows, man? I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
probably is. And then he's calling himself Golden Eye and shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
go on, man.
probably
Go on, do your thing. Go on.
probably a little Asian homosexual and shit, right? Brown eye, golden eye, same diff. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
shit. Yeah, crazy. All right, go on, go on, go on, go
Right.
on. We got.
So anyway, my cousin, he started putting bad shit on me, right? He started
Oh,
throwing juju on me. Oh
Jesus
man, I hope
Christ.
she give you a STD and all this shit, right?
Jealous. He got jealous. Yeah, he's a bad
Right.
wingman. He's a bad wingman.
Right. No, he wasn't a wingman. No, man, 'cause it was like four of us in the group, right?
Jesus Christ. He's still feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, my whole thing was, I had been working in my uncle's bar. Remember, I told you I was working in my uncle's bar, so I had got the lowdown on how to, smooth some women. And plus, I had came back from California
Oh, okay,
from over
okay.
the summer. So once I came to Cali, I started learning about polo. You got to remember, this is like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Izod.
Oh, yeah.
I started being prepped, right? Throw the little sweater over my shoulders and shit, wearing the little deck shoes. That's just the way the fashion was at the time in California, right?
Yeah.
California casual. So then when I came back to Mississippi, I was a whole new person.
Oh yeah. They smell
So
city
then
boy
when
on you. They smell city boy on you. That's they like
right,
city boys.
I got the Dracar on. I'm telling on myself that I'm wearing a Dracar. So I saw my uncles and them. They was laughing and shit. They used to call me the Strawberry Kid, right? I'm telling.
Yeah.
And I said, why the fuck y'all? They said, man, rumor says that you got on the Greyhound bus with a strawberry soda pop to go to California. My uncles used to fuck with me, right?
Uncle, we tell you one thing about it. Yo, Alabama and like the South, just plainly the South, they know how to have fun. And I'm gonna be personally
Right.
honest with that. And the reason why I say they know how to have fun, like they get in fights and stuff like that, but it's like rare. I don't like what you see now, like people just being emotional and stuff. It's just because they weren't used to like people joking around them and stuff like that.
Right.
You know,
Right. I mean, it's a rag session, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I got a thick skin and I learned how to talk shit. Yeah, Chewbacca. That's how come I'm on your ass, nigga. Yeah. I'm a professional, nigga. I've been doing this for generations.
oh
Talking
yeah.
with I bet you Chewbacca got so many coins on his motherfucking toes, right? Hey, nigga, you got so much corn on your damn toes, nigga, you can make cornbread, nigga.
Hold on,
Now what?
let's see what Chief Golden Eye said. Then after that, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna tell you this story, and we're gonna get to these videos. These
Yeah, because
videos is crazy.
we done sucked up about 15
You
minutes.
was
I
oh
understand.
shit. Chief Golden Eye said you was dressing like a regular human being, not a country bumpkin, and read with Overall, in a red straw hat.
Hey, check this out. Golden Eye. Hey, let me tell you how y'all was dressing back then, nigga. Don't even come with me with that bullshit. Hey, I'm gonna be on you New York niggas asses too.
Yeah,
Back
go.
in the 80s,
Yeah.
y'all niggas was wearing gorilla fur coats and shit
Yeah,
in the
man.
summertime with motherfucking biker shorts and combat boots
Niggas used to wear, them niggas in New York, them
with
niggas used to
gazelles. Remember
nigga
the gazelles?
yo, I'm gonna tell you what these niggas in New York was wearing. Shout out to New York, but y'all niggas were wearing leather pants with cowboy hats with a cut off shirt and an
Right,
ostrich hat, nigga. Y'all niggas was wilding back in
right.
the 80s, nigga.
Y'all niggas,
Yo,
y'all niggas was wearing village people outfits,
yo,
nigga. So
them
don't
niggas,
come with me with
yo,
that bullshit,
the
nigga.
funniest thing, the funniest thing that used to be dope. No, not even dope. The shit was just hilarious. I seen this one nigga. He had some leather pants with some spin. Like the nigga had spandex on with some leather pants under it. With a, what is it? With a one of those rock and roll bracelets on. I was like, oh, this nigga's
Yeah.
bugging. I
Nigga, y'all can't say shit, nigga, cause y'all niggas used to wear biker shorts, nigga.
Yo, and the
So
reason
y'all
how I
can't
know
say
because
shit.
I had an uncle in Bronx. His name was Uncle Ox. So
Yeah. Remember Big Daddy Kane?
yeah, Big Daddy Kane was the one who big. I'll say this: Big Daddy Kane was the only one who actually did it right.
Right.
And the nigga was
Big
a
Daddy
dancer
Kane.
too. And he was a dancer. That's the crazy part about it.
All y'all niggas wanted to be like Cool Mo D and have your motherfucking hair chest sticking out.
Oh shit, yo. But yo, Dorsey, I'm about to start these videos.
Yeah, man, going on, man. I just had to put this. But for you dudes out there, this is my pardon to you. Look, bro, the ratio of women to men is 25 to 1.
Facts.
There's 25 women to every one man. You ain't got to motherfucking settle for shit. The hardest part is that the area that you got to search in, which is the 80-mile radius, your 25 is there.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to find them.
Oh yeah.
And you ain't got to, and then this is a land of 31 flavors. So
Yeah.
there's 31 flavors in the ice cream shop. So chocolate ain't necessarily got to be what you got to stick with. I done
Facts.
went through everything: butter pecan, pistachio nut. I'd have been to all kind of women. I've been with 591 women in my life,
Damn.
and that's because, yeah, but that's because I was in the Marine Corps at the time.
Oh damn. Yeah.
And then,
You probably missed a few.
yeah, no, hey man, one time, bro, I had to do a little time, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't have shit to do. We didn't have no books, so I went back down memory lane and laid every woman that I had ever slept with. I had to go by the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was one thing my dad said: if you can't remember something about that woman you slept with, she wasn't worth. She was not worth. She wasn't worth it.
Facts.
You see where I'm coming from? But
Yeah.
anyway, man, going back to the show, I hope these dudes grow some balls and stop letting these women motherfucking treat them like shit.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what? They the one that fall apart. They the one that got to go under the knife. They the one who got to go to the spas to maintain their youth. Nigga, we men stay young all the way till we about 60 years old.
Mm.
Women ain't shit. I tell you like it is, nigga. And as soon, and this one last thing, me and one of my brothers gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had just met him, so he my half brother, right?
Yeah.
And you know, we got to arguing and shit. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't believe that two men should motherfucking marry each other. He said, well, I think it should. I said, well, okay, if y'all can marry us, then I think a man should be able to marry 5 women.
Well,
If y'all can be happy,
I'm gonna say this. Monogamy started in the Western culture. We never really followed that. That's Western culture. That's white culture.
Yeah,
So
because a white boy can't handle a woman. You know, that
yeah,
nigga lose his mind when this woman want to kill him and the
like even
kids and
even
shit.
even the Bible talks about polygamy. So it's
Right. I
yeah,
mean, check this out. This is just my last observation.
yeah.
The white boy can't handle when his women and women reject him, and then he get even more mad when she says she gonna take his kids, right?
Mhm.
On the other hand, the nigga will leave that bitch and the kids and
Yeah.
not even think twice about it, right?
Technically, most white people kill everybody in the family and the kids.
Exactly.
So
A nigga move. Hey, a nigga keep it pushing, right?
yeah,
He ain't
it's
finna kill nobody. He like, I just got to get the fuck out the vicinity,
yeah,
and I'm good.
yeah. That's true. That's true. But
Okay, so yeah, let's leave it at that. You know,
facts.
don't quote me on that shit, but you know, let's just leave it at that, okay?
Yeah, I got you. I know. Like I said, it's your opinion. I don't. I'm not gonna say it's wrong or right. I want people to hear you. I want. If people go crazy in the chat, you go crazy in the chat. This is what we here for, you know. So, like, shout out to Chief Goldeneye. You know, he's trolling in there. That's good, man. You know, that means somebody's listening to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
So,
golden eye, keep it
sh-
up, keep
so
it up. But Chewbacca,
yeah,
Chewbacca,
yeah.
nigga, I told you, nigga, I'm voice activated. Chewbacca, I better not hear shit out of you today.
Yeah, cause your boy, man, your boy Kwabi, man, he was talking shit to you and Shabaka. You didn't look good, man. Shabaka, you didn't look good. This nigga said y'all niggas was getting chased by dogs and spit on, and you said what? Well, he make a good point.
Oh damn, Chewbacca, you went out like that?
Shabaka, why y'all think I keep on calling Shabaka a sucker? That nigga's a sucker.
Oh nigga, you
Yeah,
softer than your plate yogurt, nigga. You ain't
yeah,
ooh.
yeah. That's why niggas was.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, that's why
Ooh.
niggas was roasted up in the chat. That's why you know what? That's why people don't show respect in the chat. Niggas just disrespecting.
Yeah, I bet Chewbacca tuck his dick in between his legs so he can have a fake vagina and shit, don't he? Talking about it makes his lines a lot slimmer and shit, nigga.
Oh shit, y'all niggas is
All right, I'm gone. I'm
wild.
gone. Fuck you, Chewbacca.
Shout out to Dorsey, man. Have a good one, Dorsey.
West Coast? West Coast say fuck Chewbacca, nigga. We all voted.
salute to salute to Dorsey. Dorsey did his thing, man. Like I said, if any of y'all ever wanted to get on and talk, y'all can talk always. And we're gonna watch this first video. Let's see what Shabaka niggas ain't shit. Five women can't hold one. 2 inch don't satisfy a woman. No one ever spit on me except except that woman be from Benin. Shout out to Shabaka. Shabaka's sending shots back to niggas. All right, Shabaka, salute. I gotta respect you now. Well, nah, I lied. I'm not respecting you, but hey, it was a good one. It was a good one, Shabaka. Fuck your 2 inch. Okay, Shabaka. Shabaka's breaking out his shell now. Okay, Shabaka, this is the type of shit we want you to do. We want you to talk shit. We want you to talk shit, Shabaka. We don't want to hear that Afrocentric, Pan African, was it PM Dawn bullshit that you be talking, nigga. So let's listen to this shorty right here talking and give her opinion.
Advantage of the good guy who is doing all of the right things, and for some small reason that he's unaware of, she decides to reject him. And so he's at a loss for why this didn't work out. She wasn't honest. She didn't tell him the truth. She just took advantage of his kindness. She didn't express to him that you are going to forever stay in the friend zone unless you become more masculine. She may not know to say that, right? I don't know. I can't speak for all women, but they come out of these relationships wounded, right? Some of the men who are in the red pill community who are upset and hurting is because they are.
So Shorty kind of does make a good point about that. We're not gonna do the whole 2 hours on this. We probably do like 30, 40 minutes to this. But yo, she is kind of right when she said that these niggas be hurt. You know, Myron Gaines was hurt because you gotta look at his whole college career. He just hung around white boys all day. That's all he did. Fucking hung around white boys and rowed boats. He's a professional fleer, my nigga. So it's this is animosity because niggas think he's corny. Like, yo, my nigga, you are corny. Only thing you're cool to niggas that don't know what corny is. So this is what happens when you don't hang around real niggas. When you're judgmental, you don't see both sides to a world. You just might see one vision, one image of a world, but there's multiple images of world. I have seen white communities, rich white communities. I have seen poor white communities. I have seen mixed communities. But I know what a black community definitely is. I know the shit that these niggas tell people about black communities, that shit barely happens. Has niggas been in shootouts? Yes, niggas has been in shootouts. Shout out to Ray Ray. What's going on, Ray Ray? Also, shout out to Chief Goldeneye. I'm sorry, my apologies. I didn't give you a shout out. But yeah, people don't know, like, that shit barely happens. This is, and I'm gonna say this to everyone. A lot of people will never understand these type of things because at the end of the day, there's groups for everybody. But you're not gonna be the coolest guy ever. You might be coolest to your group and to your circle, but you can't be cooler to these people that you want to impress. You know? So there's nothing wrong with being a fucking, square. Saying that, yo, you love to love, my nigga. I love to love, but multiple women. Like, come on. It's some people love to love one woman. Some people love to love, or some people are just still trying to figure it out. Let's personally be honest about it. Safari is a foreigner. Safari is top 5 lame of all time. Yeah, he is, because he got the side chick pregnant, a C-list side chick. Oh yeah, his baby mother's a C-list side chick. I gotta be personally honest about that. That's the worst side chick that you should ever get. I was telling my father too. I was like, Dad, if you have side chicks, because this is how my father got. Now, no, I'm not gonna talk about my father's situation, but if you have these C-list side chicks, you better be like one step in and one step out of the relationship that you're about to get out of. So you got to be careful. If you have an A-list side chick, and there's a such thing, and I'm gonna be personally honest with all of y'all. There are such things as grade side chicks. If you have a C-list side chick and something pops off and she don't like something, she's gonna fuck your shit up. Yeah, Safari's Jamaican. He's Jamaican. He's corny. He's always fucking crying or throwing something and the shit's ricocheting and hitting him in the fucking face or niggas is jumping him. This nigga, yo, let me tell y'all something. I remember this nigga got jumped. The niggas took his money, but not his $400,000 coat. Them niggas gave him back that $400,000 coat because that shit was so ugly, my nigga. I'm gonna be personally honest. Most of these niggas from these Jamaican from Jamaica who's in this industry, they got into some type of Bucci Bear activity. These niggas who was in this industry, yes, I do believe that. Oh yeah, he started crying and told on everybody. Yeah, just started dancing after. This nigga's crazy, man. Always pop locking and shit like that. That nigga's always pop locking and shit, man. 2-inch bronze. Oh, now you mad at me? I defended you, nigga. You still a sucker. You're lame too, nigga. You an old school lame. You're probably like, a top tier A fucking trick. That's what you are, Shabaka. You got a trick off for pussy, my nigga. So don't get mad at me, my nigga. You are part of that red pill community, nigga. Like, come on. But I do gotta be honest. Let me tell you something. If you want to be in that type of lifestyle with these niggas, you're gonna have to change. You can't make your own rules of being cool. Cause nigga, you will be exposed. You know? That's one thing about being in a cool group and these other groups. You will be exposed. There's gonna be some weird shit that's gonna come out. And if you don't know how to act if you don't know how to act about it, this is what's gonna happen. Myron Gaines is a fucking loser. And I have to say he's a fucking loser. He paid for a fucking relation. He's legit paid for a relationship. He talked about all these niggas fucking all these bitches and stuff. He got his bitch left him for a construction worker and with who rollerblades, nigga. Like, come on, you're the biggest lame out here, you know. So we can't these are the advice that we take from certain niggas we can't take from. We can't take advice from Andrew, what's his name? Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate got caught looking at tranny porn. Like, come on, we can't. The nigga like Bucci. He like Bucci Cat, you know? The nigga probably got kicked in the head so many times he like Bucci Cat. Like, let's personally be honest. When's the last time we ever really see him hang around girls? It was they started hanging around girls was when they were at that club with Walter Wheats, and Walter Wheats looked like he had a tranny with him. So it's and they were in Florida. You know how many transgenders be all in fucking Florida? And sometimes you might not even know and they might trick you. Niggas try to clean that shit up, man. You can't clean that shit. That shit look like a fucking man. And half of the bitches that fucking Myron Gaines, no, half of the bitches that Walter Wheats be fucking with look like they look transfluent, my nigga. No, I'm sorry. They look gender neutral. So you don't know if they look like a man or a woman half the time. So these are the niggas you should not be getting advice from. Like, I'm being personal, and I know I'm shitting on these niggas, but I don't give a fuck if you got money, but my nigga, you're not cool. You're only cool to the niggas who are losers. Let's personally be honest. Look at the niggas you brought on show. The dopest nigga that you probably brought on show was probably Flocka. And Flocka walked off. Cause he was like, yo, my nigga, you's a loser. I ain't gonna talk to bitches like that. Nigga, you crazy? Oh, well, this is what... No, niggas don't think like that. Niggas had to tell them, it's like, yo, I'm out of here. Y'all niggas is wildin'. Niggas walked off that shit. That shit looked crazy. Like, Myron looks crazy and them bitches look crazy. And this is why I say y'all know these bitches is Caribbeans. They're so used to getting shitted on. They're so used to falling in line. Black women are so used to fighting for their men, fighting for black men. That's why the real black women were like, yo, that shit is not true about black men. Why are y'all giving this false narrative out here? Then after that, they be like, oh, yo, they're mad black women. Look how they acted. No, nigga, they defending us. I'm not. That's why I refuse to shit on a black American woman. And the non-foundational black American women that do defend black men, shout out to you. Because you're staying on code. You're actually, adapting to our culture and saying that, like, yo, this shit is not true. This is the reason why a lot of these bitches is asking these men, like, yo, what's your nationality? Oh, no, you're not black American. I'm not fucking with you. Like, a lot of these women want black American men. Like, when you go to Japan, them bitches be falling for those tricks because they think everybody's black. They all from fucking... They got a nigga who sound like Peppa the Pig saying that he's from fucking New York. And the niggas from, like, Nigeria and stuff. And they fucking for us, man handling the bitches. Black American men don't need to do that. Black American men don't need to be aggressive with their bitches. They know when to turn it down. They know when to turn up and when to tone that shit down.
And the main question that we're all wondering is why are some men so angry at women?
Hey, what's up, Rome? How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Excellent. I'm doing wonderful. This is a really good question. And you know,
One thing I don't like about this, a woman's telling us why a man is mad. She might be right, but this is coming from the wrong messenger. I will say that.
in simple terms, I can't put it on one thing. What I can say is that with the Red Pill Society, there have been lots of discussions, conversations openly around how men have felt women have been treating them despite their best efforts. And unfortunately, it's created such a dynamic where some of the men who might need to do a bit more, make more effort, are beginning to scale back on their effort. So, what I mean by this is some of the men who are attracted to the Red Pill Society, the Red Pill conversations around make the least amount of effort to get the maximum experience of a woman's presence, energy, body, right? So provide the minimum to get the maximum. Some of these men who are having
Everybody also too, don't forget to like and subscribe and also comment in the live chat. And also, if you want to donate, I put it in the live chat. But if you don't have no money, just share, and like. And that'll do, because I know times is hard and stuff like that. Shit be happening. So I get it. So yeah. Definitely share if you can.
conversations are men who are on platforms that have the financial bandwidth to do so. They're also quite attractive, right? Or they know how to dress. They smell very good. They are chiseled. They're in the gym. They're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and they have an entire lineup of everything that they're going to have in their routine and they're consistent. And the observations that they've made or experienced is that they've demonized feminine energy, right? And so they want traditionalism. Anything that's modern is demonized. And we have another group of men who are the consumers of this information because their intention is to learn, how can I get what I want from a woman? Her presence, her body, her time, right? And they're listening to what the men are sharing around the little bit that they do or that they don't do too much of, and they're wanting to implement that. So what that tangibly begins to look like is the guy who is overweight, unattractive, making less than six figures, what he would used to do is apply a lot of pressure. Flowers, expensive dates, leading with money, right? He's not leading with his masculine energy and presence.
So this what this girl's talking about right now is tricking off. This girl wants to get tricked off on. No, niggas don't really do that. Nigga will take you out, talk to you, go to the movies and stuff like that, walks around the park or some shit like that. Not buying you a whole bunch of gifts and shit like that. Nigga ain't trying to trick off on you like that, because you don't even know what you're gonna get after the date, you know. And this is why I always said, this is why when I was having a conversation, and this is why I said there's a cultural thing with the West Coast and the East Coast. West Coast got their own laws and laws of the land. That's why when it comes to California, I can't really say anything. But when it comes to the East Coast and what I was doing, yeah, I'll take a girl out to eat and stuff like that. It's not tricking. That's what you're supposed to do when you ask somebody out on a date. You know, this is where the tricking comes from. When you're just buying gifts just to buy gifts just to get a bitch's attention, you look like a fucking lame. I understand getting her a stuffed bear or some shit like that, but you're buying her jewelry, Birkins, purses, and all this other shit. This is tricking. This is certified tricking right here. Paying bitches bills and stuff like that, giving bitches money for no reason and stuff because she's having a hard time. It's just like, this is the time, this is where shit gets difficult, and this is why I say this is messing up the vibration of the world. Yes, a date is a date. You are right, Ray Ray. A date is a date. But when you overdo it, that's when there's a problem. A date is just to know if you want to even go on a second date with somebody. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Ray Ray. You're right. Yeah, you could get the flowers and stuff like that. I'm gonna say this, the furthest you should go is a flowers and a stuffed bear, maybe even some candy. Other than that, you're just overdoing it. You know, like I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I used to do my little paramour shit, when I was a mistress. I was a legit mistress. I'm good. I'm good at it. You know, I'm your friend. Yeah, I'll be your best friend. Yes. Oh yeah. I just came to clean the sinks and stuff. I'm the butler or some shit like that. You know, jump out the window and run. You know, I'm good with that shit. But other than that, they were paying me, for my time because at the end of the day, she had a boyfriend. I was basically taking care of her world. Yeah, she wasn't getting it from her husband, but she was getting it from me. And this saved her marriage. She could have just fucking divorced him and took everything that he had. But you know what I did? I stayed and fixed it. Oh, you want to take me out? All right, we could go out. Where you want to go? Oh, you want to dress me up? Oh, yeah, we could dress up. Oh, you want to have sex? Oh, yeah, get the hotel, baby. Oh, your husband's gone for 2 days? I'll stay for a day and a half. I don't think I could do 2 days, but I could stay for a day and a half. Yeah, it's just that's what like that was my job. My job wasn't to be, boyfriend number two. Mine was just to fill in. I'm the substitute player. Oh, yo, husband needs a break. He needs to go work, make that money. You know, these lights don't stay on by itself. Let him go make that money. I'm boyfriend number two. Give me a little, $1,000 here and there. Every time we meet up and stuff like that, we good. Oh, yo, there's some new Jordans coming out. I do like them Jordans. Oh, we going out on a date? Oh, you got me a suit? Yeah. This is what we're supposed to do. This is the laws of the land. We're not supposed to fuck up a relationship. If you're creeping, you're creeping. You know? You're not supposed to fuck somebody's relationship up, You're not supposed to fuck somebody's marriage up. This is this thing about the red pill. Everybody has a place in the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, everybody has a place for a reason. The lions stay on land, the hippos and alligators stay in the water. The alligators stay over here, the hippos stay over here. They know their place. Somebody comes out of place, somebody's getting snatched. Somebody's dying. But once shit starts getting crazy, like the resources start going, some people getting certain resources that they're really not supposed to get, people get aggressive. This is animal kingdom. When the resources start to go, this is when animals get aggressive. When resources start going in the hood and the hood and the projects, people get aggressive. The red pill is aggressive because they don't know how to play their part. They're fucking up the ecosystem, if we're really going to be personally honest. There you go. I know the playbook. Spence. Shout out to Spence. You can't control yourself. Nigga, this was when I was younger, man. Come on. When I was younger, I didn't have a girlfriend. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Shorty too. She passed away and stuff. But and her husband knew about me. I'm gonna say this. Without her, I don't think I would have ever went back to college. She influenced me to go back to college. She's like, yo, what are you doing with yourself? She's like, yo, you can't do this for the rest of your life. You can't be with me for the rest of your life. Go to college. Finish. She's like, have you ever went to college? I was like, yeah, I have went to college. I just didn't want to finish. She's like, yo, how many classes you got? I was like, I probably got like a semester and a half left. She's like, go and finish. The fuck? A white woman told me that. Let me tell you, this old ass white woman taught me about etiquette, about fucking fashion, a little bit more about fashion, but proper and stuff, and how I supposed to dress in certain events. This rich white woman taught me this. All she wanted was dick. Dick, and time spent with her. She gave me money. She paid my bills. The fuck? My cousin told me I was a sugar baby, but I wasn't no sugar baby, so. But yeah, she got the dick she wanted, man. It's just her husband knew about me and stuff. He's like, yeah, I know what you're doing with my wife and stuff, and like I understand. You know, he understood. White man understood. He's like, yeah, I work a lot. I be tired. The fuck. The laws of the land, as I always say, the laws of the land. Some shit just needs to stay quiet. This is why I say, yo, it just doesn't look good from her coming out her mouth because she's a woman. You know, it's not, put it this way. Women wouldn't be comfortable a man telling them what to do. So having this woman telling what's wrong with the red pill and why these guys is aggressive is kind of insulting. I'm not saying she's right or wrong, but it's insulting.
Leading with his finances, he's leading by being excessively available, right? And he's listening to this information like, oh my goodness, I've been doing this all wrong. I've been spending so much money. I've taken a woman out on trips and we didn't even bang, right? And so she's playing games with me. That's kind of the language that they'll use. She's playing games with me. And so in an effort to not get played, they've pivoted the chessboard to say, no, I'm finna check you. Right, I'm going to king you, right? Like I'm going to move this game around so that I am no longer becoming excessive with my time and my energy and my finances. I'm going to get it from you and give you the least.
What makes you such an expert on this?
I actually have my master's degree in social work, and I'm also a men's coach, a life coach, and a men's advocate. So I'm a certified life coach, and I have been doing this since 2006, actually. I know that I probably look young, but black don't crack. But I've been doing this
Unless you smoke it.
In clinical psychology since 2006, and over time, I've just become drawn. And
that's why I said like they're messing up the ecosystem. These tricks are messing up the ecosystem because that's what red pill is. They're tricks. They want to pay for pussy. They want to do all of this and that, you know? These men are mad because they can't have what the men, like the real men have. Stay in your lane. There's other freaks out here that will accept you. Now you look like a fucking target now. These women are targeting these suckers. You don't think Myron's a target? You don't think Andrew Tate's a target? These niggas is paying for pussy. These niggas is flying bitches out on trips. Like, let me ask y'all a question. How do I know Tristan Tate flew out a porn star? Before she was a porn star, let me say that. Real talk. And like I said, what she's saying is not right or wrong, but at the end of the day, it's kind of insulting coming from her. You know? I'm just being personally honest. But let's listen to this part right here. I'm going to be skipping through this.
Women can take it as, oh, he's being aggressive and like this is my personal space or whatever. But he may just feel this is where I'm comfortable.
Right.
And I may not want to necessarily want to have sex with you, but I could just give you a compliment and it just be a compliment.
Right.
And I feel that a lot of times receiving a compliment from a man isn't automatic like he wants to have sex with me. And it's really not always that, you know, it's just like I see you in a sense, you know, and I don't think we get the same thing back. As far as like an I see you from a woman.
Got it. Yeah. And I think that feeds into the parts of the red pill society because anything that you're looking at, there's more than likely some truths to it. This is the part where I can understand why the red pill society exists and why it's become such a powerful group. And it is because women, we are, as a collective, shooting ourselves in the foot by making a demand that we are just like you, we are just as good as men, and that you creating so many hard stops. So many, like, where women collectively are giving men the Heisman, so to speak. Anytime a man is trying to come forward, we're just like, you're too close. So, and it has to be within context. So one man's flirt, depending on how he looks and presents, is another man's sexual harassment.
Yes, yes.
And we are not.
Also, too, it depends on who is it coming by. You know, if it comes by like someone who's fly and stuff like that, it's not harassment. Hey, beautiful, how you doing today? Like, let me give you an example. There's this state trooper. She pulls me over probably like twice every 4 months. Hey, sexy, how you doing? You looking good today. Let me see that smile. She likes it. She don't. Oh, that's sexual harassment. You should have talked to an officer. She smiles. Coming from a lame nigga who probably don't know how to talk to women, that's probably actually being fucking disrespectful. It sounds fucked up. It sounds like, yo, this nigga shouldn't be talking to me like this. Who the fuck he think it is? And also, y'all gotta understand, you gotta stay away from these feminist women. This is why I always tell people all the time, I usually date project chicks. I usually date hood women. Them bitches know how to take a compliment. These bougie ass, fucking uppity ass, tree hugging bitches and stuff like that, I don't fuck with really. I don't really fuck with those type of bitches. Only if they gotta pay. Only if they're paying for this dick. I'm not gonna be dealing with that assertive fucking feminist attitude. I can't do it. Why you think us niggas stay away from them type of bitches? We don't fuck with them boule type of bitches. Cause niggas know that we're just being friendly. When you mess with people not in your community, not in your life, not in your lifestyle, or just your world, it looks crazy. Some white women is gonna like this shit because you know why? They like black attention. The shit that they see on TV with these big ass black men, you know, reckless and stuff like that. Not these savages out here. Just like a hood nigga. A hood dude. Or just a street dude. They like that shit. They don't like these savages out here because they talk crazy. They don't know how to be around bitches. Or women. Everybody want to be a boss bitch. Niggas don't want boss bitches. Niggas want hood chicks. Niggas want project chicks. And I'm being personally honest. It's just y'all niggas is not saying that. Y'all put in hood chicks and project chicks with boss bitches. Niggas don't want that shit. Niggas don't want a boss bitch. Boss bitches come with problems. Boss bitches come with problems. Hood bitches will ride out with you.
Doing a good job as women, being able to explain why it's sexual harassment versus being an attractive opportunity. Men are frustrated. Men are not understanding what is the difference and why am I a threat if I'm being kind to you. So because of your behavior, women, I am now going to pull back my finances and resources. I'm now going to reduce my presence. I'm going to reduce my intentions, my efforts, because I don't want what my intentions are in terms of creating connection with you to be misconstrued as sexual harassment because you don't like how I look. I'm not your type. I remember going out with a bunch of women and men, and one of the ladies, this was back in like 2017, a guy was walking,
This part, I understand she could explain this part a little bit better because this is coming from a woman's point of view. This is why I said this was a very tricky thing. And this is why I said, yo, she's kind of not qualified to speak on this. But this part right here, she's 100%. I can't tell her what's right or wrong. I was just coming from a man's point of view But this is from a woman's point of view, and this is how women really think about it when you come to them. If you're a corny nigga, they don't want you like, hey, beautiful nigga, yo, get the fuck away from me.
All in a group, and the women were in front, the guys were being gentlemen standing in the back, and one gentleman, he began to pick up his pace, come to the front to open the door on our behalf. And one young lady was just like, excuse me, I can open my own door. And I told her, I said, speak for yourself. I'm fine if he opens the door. That is confusing and chaotic for a man.
Boss bitches. I told you, that's a boss bitch. Niggas don't want boss bitches. Niggas want hood chicks. Niggas want project chicks. I'm being personally honest. I think those are the perfect women to me. They're perfect women. Good in bed. They good at how they act. If you bring them out somewhere, if you want to mold them into what you want to mold them into, if you want them to play their part, you show them how to play the part. But at the end of the day, the only downfall is you gotta live by your laws. That's it. Live by your laws. If you're a hood nigga and stuff like that, and you don't want nobody to, and you're one of those niggas that, don't want to be disrespected and stuff, and the nigga disrespect you, the bitch ain't gonna have respect for you. It's like, yo, nigga, you showed me something different, yada, yada, yada. Use a cornball. But if you're a nigga like, oh, yo, let's just play the game. Let me show you how to play this game. Then that's understandable. Yeah, absolutely. Facts, Ray Ray. You know how to play the game. Shabaka, you know how to play the game. Yes, leadership role. That is the truth. Dorsey, that is right. It's leadership role. This is why I said this part right here she can explain. That other shit you was talking about, she's not qualified. That's why I said she's not. I'm not saying she's. Excuse me. I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I just said she's not qualified to speak on that spot.
Men need consistency. Men are very simple, right? Once, you know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, what you want, I got you. So what women need to realize is that if you feel like men are no longer princes and they're a bunch of frogs, it's because we have made them into toads. Mm-hmm. Women have turned the princes into toads. We have become the frog farmers. We are the ones that told men, I don't want you to be a prince, you can be a frog. So that is our responsibility collectively as women. I know every woman doesn't do it, but we need to speak in generalizations because then it gets too dicey. But that's what has happened. We have made it okay for men to give us the bare minimum. We have lowered our standards, and men are not creating this. They are responding to this. That's the part that women need to own. That is why the Red Pill community is successful. That's why it exists, because it is true. Women reject the construction worker who...
I'll say this. Who is it successful to? One thing I'll say this. Men are simple, but at the end of the day, to a point, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to give you some pushback, Dorsey. She might be onto something. The reason why I'm saying she might be onto something is because this. These ugly niggas is getting bitches now. When you were growing up, when I was growing up, when most of us was growing up, ugly niggas wasn't getting bitches or no pussy like that. So this shit has went from the frog to the prince. The niggas ugly, don't have no money and stuff like that. Ugly, don't have, fat, smell like, horse piss, but the nigga got money. That bitch gonna go right to him because what makes him a prince is the money. What makes him the knight in shining armor because he has money. What makes him a good man is because he has money. That's why I say I gotta give a little pushback. Just a little pushback. I wanted to play devil's advocate too, so. we're gonna stop right here with her. That was pretty good. I just wanted to give a little pushback, and the reason why is, um, you know what? I'm gonna do this last one because I want to do a Tariq Nasheed. I'm gonna do a Tariq Nasheed. It's just, I'm gonna be personally honest too. Before we start this last one, maybe last one, I think this red pill community or these red pill leaders, and I say that with respect, um, they led these niggas who are losers, who don't have nothing in life, down the wrong road. And the reason why, and I think they was exploited. These losers was exploited by these predators. Myron's a predator. Andrew Tate is a predator. They exploited these people because you know why? They knew that, you know what, they will never be accepted by these women. They will never be accepted by these women. The only right reason why these women put up with them because they got money and they're paying for everything. But they don't tell them the dark side of these type of women. First of all, these women aren't really gonna love you. These women will do anything to get your money because at the end of the day, she wants to be with the men that she wants to be with. This is why the whole situation with Sierra and Russell Wilson looks bad. Russell Wilson is a good guy, but at the end of the day, Sierra's on a different type of time. Is it bad or good? It's not my position to say is it bad or good, but this is a very bad situation. Like, what happened to her, it was not a coincidence. I think I want to say this, but I want to say this in the most proper way. It looks bad because Russell Wilson could have actually really got a Christian. A Christian that actually wants to be in that type of relationship. That really wants to live that type of lifestyle. Sierra still wants to be a bad bitch. A boss bitch. Niggas is saying like, yo, she's still trying to be the old Sierra, but has a different life now. You can't have that type of lifestyle when you have, like you can, but it's gonna be all fucked up. It's gonna be all fucked up. Look at Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with hoes. Hoes can get married too. It's just it should happen organically. You don't just marry a hoe because she got good pussy. You marry hoes because they can cook, they can clean. If shit pops off, they're gonna be there. They just ended up in a very bad situation. They just ended up in a very bad situation where, you know what, y'all actually work. Like that situation worked. I'm gonna say this, Dorsey, he loves to love. He loves to love. He just sometimes loved the wrong person. We all fall for that. You love the person that's not good for you. I have fell for loving a person that's not good for you. Yeah, I think he is now. Or bi, one of them. It's just, everybody loves the person that's not good for you. It happened to me a few times, So it looks very bad because Russell Wilson is too old to be making these type of mistakes. So yeah. Like and subscribe.
All right, Keep it tan, unmute your microphone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, then. Yes.
Uh,
How are you?
h- how are you? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Cosmic, forgot your old name. It's been a minute, man. How you been, man?
Um,
Did you recruit, did you recruit new recruitments, new people
New
to your
recruitment.
organization?
What or
Yeah,
what organization?
your cult, your whatever you're doing here.
No, the you have a cult, sir. You have a musty cult.
Oh,
You have a cult of must. Y'all
Why are you defensive, man?
y'all go
You're
around
not recruiting?
y'all go around having musty meetings, sir. You're in a cult, sir. You're a musty.
But I sense sensitivity here and being defensive.
Only sensitivity is the camel fur on your clothes and it's rubbing your skin. That's the only sensitivity, and you need
It's rubbing your clit.
you need
Listen, clit, calm down.
clit. No, no, no. You cut off the clit of the women in your village. That's why they had to flee. You gave them forced circumcision,
oh
sir.
shit.
Calm down, man. You recruiting people. You recruiting you.
You're recruiting people for your terrorist organization. So y'all about to blow shit up.
That's fine.
Uh,
That's fine. You
no,
know, we
that
could recruit for something, but you
right.
need to be strong enough to stand up on your 10 toes for what you believe.
And yeah, you your 10 toes in them dirty flip flops and you strap a bomb around your bussy and blow up shit. And we're different. And
Listen. Your hanging clit need to be cut. You are clit because you don't stand up. That's why you will never succeed. Your people will never.
who? Not a fleeing tether telling us who ain't gonna succeed, and you sitting over there with bushmeat crumbs all in your lap, telling us we ain't gonna succeed. What kind of projection is that, sir? Long as we ain't in a shit.
The funny part here is that you think you're not black, but you're
No,
black.
I'm black. I'm a foundational black American. You're the
Foundational black American.
are the ones, sir, who come from a failed culture. You're a fleeing
hmm
and you're trying to project your failure onto us, and we're not accepting.
what is your culture? It's a mix of your name is Arabic. The way you dress up, you're trying to imitate. I don't know. There has a Jewish, European
Who
influence, Arab influence.
fly,
What culture are you talking about?
who dress fly like us? What you talking about? And you up there trying to dress like
What
Arab?
culture are you talking about?
Or
KFC culture? What is your culture?
you wish you had some KFC, sir. You wish you had some good fried chicken instead of fried hyena legs over there in your poor village. You wish you had some good chicken and biscuits, sir. You got injera and ostrich eggs. Starving and hungry, sir. You can't
Shout out to FBA Convo. Salute, salute.
project that onto us. Come on now. Come on, brother. Let's talk about it.
Facts.
Come on now. I don't have you muted. You drop your phone in some goosey soup. Talk to me. What's up? You over there trying to dress like an Arab.
Nigga, please. We know that African food, Somali food is one of the healthiest food over. It's not diabetes and blood pressure and fatty food. It's not like,
Why are your rib cages showing over there? And why are there flies all on your stomach? And
shut the fuck up. We know you the most.
if it's so damn good and healthy, how come Sally Struthers has to come over there and drop off a bag of rice for your ass?
Nigga, please. You know how you.
What you say to the black folks who come over there with money? Nigga, please let me hold something.
Can nigga, please don't die of diabetes.
Nigga, please let me get something to eat. That's what you say. Begging. Hungry ass nigga.
I ain't no hungry. I can afford internet. That's what you.
You can't afford nothing. You're in an internet cafe right now. You had to ride your camel down there, and now you got to go back to the.
Hey yo, Shabaka, let me ask you a question. You think I'm xenophobic? Yo, Shabaka, you think I'm xenophobic?
Village and give your cousin his camel back. So yeah, you're out there carjacking camels, sir. Stop it. Stop playing games. All right, you're a little hungry.
Speaking of carjacking, man, how many times you got carjacked? You look
No,
like you got carjacked before. And by
well,
who? I'm
well,
not. I'm sure it's not one of those.
so I'm carjacking your car because I'm not going to drive around with an Uber Eats sign on the vehicle. I'm not doing that.
Make up your mind. I'm on Camel or I'm on Uber. You. fucking stupid.
Well, you ride both.
Don't be a.
Well, the camel be eating the food, so the
Am I on
customers
Camel or I'm on Uber?
delivered somebody's cheeseburger. It had camel teeth in the cheeseburger, so you had to stop using your camel. So yeah, don't get mad at me. Tell your camel to stop eating people's food. All
See,
right.
no, okay, let's get back to reality. We drilled the what I was trying to tell you here is okay, maybe you're sensitive about recruitment, but what is your goal about opening this space? Is it to make people aware of something, or are you just trolling, man?
You the one came in with that trolling.
No, I asked you a question of recruitment and you got mad. So I'm asking you, what is your main?
I'm not mad at no fleeing musty tether. Nobody's mad at you. You a nobody. Dude, ain't nobody emotional about some fleeing refugee sitting up in a damn cab somewhere waiting on some Postmates orders to come through. You probably over here. You probably ain't even over in that village no more. Nobody's mad at you. You ain't shit.
I'm
Why
not
was some
mad at you too, bro. I know you were raised by a single mama, and I know you've been ex.
even have that? You were raised in an orphanage, nigga. Both of your family members fled. They left your ass over there to fend for yourself. You were raised by a wild
I know about your trauma.
you were raised by a wild meerkat, nigga. All
Oh
right.
shit.
So
I know you got whooped by your mama's
orphaned.
boyfriend.
You were orphaned, my nigga. Yeah, you were raised by Sally Struthers.
Oh
That
my
was you in them commercials.
Bro, I'd rather be an orphan than seeing my mama dating six, seven, eight niggas. But let me ask you
Well,
this.
your mama, don't nobody want that pussy. That's the problem. Don't nobody want no hungry fly infested pussy. So yeah, if
Yes, your mama's pussy is nice. I know it's wanted. But listen,
your mama's titties are dry, she couldn't even feed y'all with them pocket change looking titties.
your mama pussy is like an open cake. All flies come and fall in it. But listen, let me ask.
Mama titties look like apple turnovers from Arby's, nigga, and they
Mm.
and they don't have no taste to them. But go ahead.
Okay, let's not talk about your moist mama.
Right. Let's get on your daddy. All right. Your daddy's pussy is so wide he can play the trombone out his asshole. That's how wide his ass is. All right. That nigga got a Gremlin band trombone ass.
Man, let's not talk about my daddy fucked your mama. But listen, here is the question. What is your main goal, bro? What
My
are you promoting? You promoting.
main thing is to never be at a point where I'm shitting on the street like you and wiping my ass with ostrich feathers. Long as that's my only goal. I'm not trying to go there in life. As long as I don't fail like that, I'm good. That's my goal, to not do that. All right?
Okay, what do you think of the 10 guys that escaped in New Orleans? Is it
Well,
part of the FBA? Are they escaping the white?
thank you, because now I'm bored. Okay, let me get some more people in here.
Thank you.
All right. Uh,
How you doing
hey,
tonight?
Brandon, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. So I was wondering, I was like in a space and these guys were talking about abortion. I was like, let me just Google like worldwide abortion. And I'm like 72,000, like what the or 72 million, sorry. I'm like, what the And then I'm like American. And then it's like 1,038,000 in 2024. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you think about that? Or what do you, oh, sorry. I came in to ask you about, what are your thoughts on the 1,038,000 abortions in, the U.S.
Nothing. It's a
in 2024?
That's a choice that people make. What am I supposed to think about it? The people who want an abortion, they go get an abortion. There's nothing to think about. But when people try to do the per capita thing, but they use abortions as some kind of deflection away from white supremacy. No, you're not going to do that. White supremacy, abortion was a tool of white supremacy. That's my thing. Um, the
Yeah, the babies donated to Margaret Sanger's legacy. Yeah, not good.
right,
Um,
that was a white supremacist movement. So yeah,
and what's crazy is, so in the U.S. it's a 1,038,000, but in over worldwide it's 72 million. So like, what does that say? You know?
yeah. Well, a lot of people choose to get abortions. So what space were you in earlier? What space were you in there talking? What y'all talking about?
Mostly just guys talking about red pill shit, the dumb shit that women do, and
And
try to help each other.
usually,
Just pushing that like bro, you're up, be better type shit.
and usually in those red pill spaces, it always gravitates to black folks. For some reason, we black people end up in those conversations. Why is that? Why do black people just happen to pop up in those conversations? It goes from
I want to say this. When people talk about stats, why do they always involve black Americans? And the thing about the way how stats is, they put all black Americans as collectives. And I'm talking about not just black Americans, Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, all of these people who are identified as black, that are not black. There's an issue with that. The reason why I said there's an issue with that, because at the end of the day, everybody blames black people for the stupid shit that these Caribbeans and Africans be doing. It's the same thing with these Latinos, because you got to look at it. When people say Latinos, there's more Latinos in America than in. When you say there's more Latinos than black people in America, the reason why is because they're coming from everywhere. They come from fucking South America. They come from these Latin, like, central countries. They come from Mexico. This is why they look like there's so many Latinos here, because they're coming from every fucking country. You know, you're not going to say, oh, yeah, there's more Mexicans than black Americans. That's impossible. When you say Latinos, you're putting Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Brazilians, fucking Honduranians. You're putting all these people together. This is why there's like 50 million of them. This is why there's like 60, 70 million of them. Because you're putting them all in a collective group. But if you do it, let me tell you something. If you separate them from subgroups, like, oh yeah, these people from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, stuff like that, you start to see that there's not really, when you say that there's Latinos, you're saying that all of these people as culturally, that if they're culturally Latinos, yes, there's more Latinos. But at the end of the day, they're coming from everywhere. They're coming from Brazil. They're coming from Ecuador, El Salvador. They're coming from Mexico. And it just looks like that, you know what? It's like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. No. They're just coming from everywhere. You little dicks, niggas are jealous. Yes. That's what I'm saying. It looks like only black Americans is doing it. You know? And I'm saying this, if Latinos all want to be one group, okay, by all means, you can be one group. But at the end of the day, we're not going to just say like, oh, yo, you know what? This is like one person. These are one people coming from one country. No, these are people who identify as Latino coming from all these other countries. They're coming from all these other fucking countries. They're not just coming from one country. You know, so that's my issue with thing, and this is why I say, yo, putting everybody as a collective group is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Only time you could put something as collective, you can't even put things as collective groups, because the thing about it, when you talk about crime, are these people black immigrants? Are these people non-immigrant blacks? Or these are the questions that we should be asking. Because if you really see the statistics and stats, you see that a lot of black people don't really do shit. You know? You can see it's coming from these cultural black people.
oh, we got to deal with the women this way, and oh, black people ain't shit. Why does it always?
Well, no. So what's funny is most of those spaces that I'm in are hosted by black men,
Yeah.
and they're like, they're FBAs.
No, not
They've been there forever.
no,
They got family.
not all.
They're okay, maybe not all of them, but they seem like that. But they haven't adapted that like culture or that like ideology rather, and they're just like they don't really give a shit about anything, and they're just like floating along, and they're just like, oh, women are dumb in this realm, so here's why women are dumb in this realm, and here's my opinion. Like, it's not it's just about like making men better, really.
But no, but then y'all got the Myron Gaines and people like that. He's a part of that whole red pill thing.
Yeah, but you can't take all of red pill and group it into one thing, right? Like, that's come on, bro. You're super high IQ. Come on now.
No, but
Come on.
though.
Okay, so like the things that Myron Gaines says, you're gonna discount everything that Rollo Tomasi's written. Like, yes, Rollo Tomasi's a white guy, but he has some very, beneficial thing for men in general, right? So, like, why discount one guy, the purveyor, the original guy, versus somebody else that you have a conflict with yourself? You know what I mean?
But this whole see, the thing is, I think with that red pill thing, there's an obsession with hierarchy, and
I'm gonna say this too. And when I say these things, it's not saying that I don't like Latinos or anything. I like Latino women. I think Latino women are sexy too, just like African women, just like Asian women. They have sexy groups and stuff. It's just at the end of the day, I have to tell the truth. I have to say that black American women are the standard. Like, let's personally be honest. Black women are one of the most copied, but can't be duplicated type of people. It's so bad even gay people are trying to be black women. They're not trying to be no African woman. They're not trying to be no, Caribbean woman. They're trying to be black American women. So it's just, like I said, it's the laws of the land. This is the thing that they're trying to do. This is the thing that they don't talk about. This is when you ask them, okay, so which ones, when you say all black people are doing this, which black people are Caribbeans and Africans that are doing this? And which black people are black Americans are doing this? They're not going to, they can't answer the question. This is why they're changing the census. This is why the red pill is dying. Because they're getting debunked when this shit happens. When you ask that question, they can't answer the question because of the census. They fucked up on the census. They know because of yes, the census, but at the end of the day, they identify everybody as black. This is why when they say, you're African American, that shit is very dangerous. That shit is very dangerous because you know why? Elon Musk can say he's African American and do some fucking rapey shit, and they'll go on to African Americans. Or let's say that, black Americans is like, they're going to be superior and stuff. Elon Musk could benefit off of being African American. His kids can benefit off of being African American. Shit like that is dangerous. This is why they're fixing census. Elon Musk can cosplay of being African American or white American. That shit ain't flying no more.
And when you start involving hierarchies, men over women, alpha over beta, then it's inevitably going to become white over black. You understand? It's all a hierarchical thing.
Yeah, but I think, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just broken. Oh shit! A coyote just ran by. Are
you in California?
I'm in California, yeah. And a coyote just randomly ran by, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Are you Southern Cal?
I'm in SoCal.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just getting coyote sightings in my neighborhood too, by the way. But yeah, a lot of these guys, the Stephen.
Funny thing about that, Dorsey, I'm gonna say this. Them women who be having them 3 kids and stuff, sometimes that coochie be good, man. Sometimes you understand why she got 7 or 8 kids. What's that gospel singer who got like 11 or 12 kids? Yeah, man. Nigga was beating that pussy up, man.
Molinals and the Lawrence Southerns, all these people, uh, these influencers, quote unquote, red pill people, they always just randomly, it's almost like Tourette's. Even the so-called quote black ones get into it. Even the Tate brothers, they just randomly will tweet some real weird anti-black shit, and they have a black father. I talked about that the other day. So yeah, there's something about that. That red pill community, they have to morph into some anti-black racism. And one of the and look, a lot of them dudes got shit from my
Facts.
books from the early 2000s. A lot of these dudes plagiarized a lot of my old shit. I think
Facts.
a lot of the things with these red pill guys about dating and relationships, when you're dealing with dating and relationships, you end up getting into procreating.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, children are going to be born from these relationships. And when there's procreation in the mix, there's
At heart, he's a white boy, but technically he's black. But skin is black, but heart is white. You know, he don't care about his own people. You see how he denigrated black people on fucking Pierce Morgan? He's a piece of shit, man. The Tate brothers always been a piece of shit and grifters. When that nigga got in trouble, he was crying to black people. That nigga sounded like Tiger Woods.
racial hierarchies. Also, when you're dealing with women, you are dealing with women's preferences. And that gets into a racial hierarchy thing too, because a lot of these beta males who try to pretend to be alpha males, they have to put themselves in segregated spaces where they could stand out because they can't compete as far as charisma, sexuality, and charm with black men, particularly foundational black American men. And I
Told
think
you.
that's where a lot of the vitriol towards foundational black American men come from. That makes sense?
You also have to keep in mind, like, if you search like a Venn diagram of, what women want.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna tell you the death blow to the red pill. It was the death blow to the red pill was when when Myron Gaines spoke about Tariq Nasheed. He should have fell back and just still been doing the shit that he was doing. When Tariq Nasheed exposed him and basically talked about what he didn't. He spoke to people. He spoke to Tariq, and Tariq knew what he was talking about. When Myron Gaines go up against people that know what they're talking about, Myron Gaines get mobbed. Officer Tatum gets mobbed. All these people get mobbed out here. They're not good. They're not. When you think of masculinity, you think about big black men, hardworking black men. You don't think of white men really. You don't think of the fucking Travis Kelce's. You don't think of those type of people. You think of what? When you think of strong masculinity, yeah, you think of strong black men. You don't think of like Obama. You don't think of coming from a. Let me tell you, if they're gonna say a strong black man, that shit they'll look at. And this is a TV show. They look at James St. Patrick. They have that type of figure in their head. A person that's from the States, probably from the South, Southern hospitality, a big wee wee, fucking know how to protect their woman, know how to be soft when it comes to their woman, knows how to be hard in these streets. This is the masculinity that they're talking about. They're not talking about a white man that's a hard worker, work hard all day at work and stuff. No. They're looking for that black man. That's why they had to make the black men feminine. They had to make them look a little bit softer. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they look at. They don't look at these barbarian type of white men. Because there's no off and on switch. With black and men, black men, there's off and on switch. A black man knows how to maneuver through things. This is why delineation is so important, because at the end of the day, when these people go off to these other countries, they're gonna say, yo, where are you from? There's gonna be people in these Asian countries, these European countries that have fetishes, that fantasize about black men. Where are you from? I'm from New York. Where's your parents from? Are they immigrants? No. They're from Alabama. They're from Louisiana. They're from Texas. They're from Oklahoma. They're from Florida. Oh, okay. I want to fuck with that man. If you say, oh yeah, my mom is from Nigeria, I'm good. My daddy's from Jamaica, I'm all right. Ghana, Sudan, Ethiopia, they're not going to want to fuck with you. This is why when we start to delineate, you're going to see a lot of these foreigners lose pussy acceptance. You're going to start to see that once you start seeing this delineation. Because these women really want black men. The shit that they see on TV. These Wu-Tang niggas. These Kendrick Lamars. That's what they're going to start to see. This is why they're dressing up like us in Japan. What is it? Japan and South Korea. China. They're dressing up like us. Because at the end of the day, that's what they like. They want those type of niggas. They want those type of black men. They don't want that, oh yeah, I'm from Nigeria, and they look up Nigeria, this nigga shitting in the streets. It's like, yo, what the fuck? No, I don't want that. What the fuck is your family? Like, technically, they don't want that type of tradition. They want a southern tradition. They want a hood tradition. They don't want a Caribbean or African tradition. And it's all right. To each its own. Shout out to DJ X1. Salute. You know, it's just this is the type of black men that they want. The black men that they put on TV. The black men that make them feel comfortable. This is why they had to put negative shit about us on TV. This is why they really can't put the real black man on TV. The strong, big black man on TV. It will subsede everything. It will fuck up their atmosphere. It'll fuck up their ecosystem. Like if you look in Japan, you look in South Korea, most of those men look the men look like women. So when they see these men on TV, oh my God, he got a big chest, he's strong, he's muscular, he's dark skinned. Them Asian women go crazy for that shit. They go crazy for that. Black man with a nice smile, dark skinned, probably bald head, probably got some braids, big, keeps himself up, picks his little Asian girl up. Yo, Asian women go crazy for that shit. That's what they like. It looks down in their country, but if they get that shit, they don't give a fuck. That's gonna go into this. You gotta understand. If a lot of black American men start going over there, that country's going to start looking very, very different, because at the end of the day, that's what they really want. They don't want a Nigerian. They don't want a Caribbean. They want a black American.
And what men want, like it's, you know, your argument kind of like supports that like diagram.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it supports like the I don't know, it supports like them, like, you know, fuck, where am I going with this? It
Kind of losing me. What are you saying?
I'm I, I don't know. It just like it's counterintuitive to what you like where it's like what you're saying rather. So like on the Venn diagram, it's the like most wanted out of all women across all races is white men. And then the least wanted woman across all races is black women.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at this and I'm like, why? Like, what is the overarching thing here? Like, why are these numbers the way they are? Are they real numbers? Who did the study? Blah, blah, blah. Right. So,
Okay, I can debunk that, but what that doesn't negate the fact that the most desirable man is the black man, particularly the foundational black American man, all
Just
across the
said
board,
that. I just said that.
right? You think that
well, that's a matter of perspective, right?
really?
Because like I don't know, like I can't take that into account with like personal experience because I see what I see and I move through life how I do, right? And I talk to a lot of different women and I'm like, what are your perspectives upon this concept? So it's hard for me to like take myself aside and take that generality and be like that's the
Let's
absolute.
Shabaka, that's not true. And the reason why that's not true because of the culture that they have, the tradition that they have. Our culture is universal. Black American culture is universal. African culture is not universal. I'm just being personally honest. Niggas is you gotta look at it. Niggas is going to Africa for resources. Niggas is not going over there for culture. People come to America for black culture. Like there's niggas that leave their country, leave everything for black culture. To have a feeling for how it feels to be black. What does it feel like to go to these black cookouts? To be in these black circles? Like you gotta understand that, Shabaka. And this is no knock. This is no knock to Africa and the Caribbean countries. You gotta understand this is what these people want. This is why these people usually come over here. Yeah, people want to do the American dream, but most people really think about is black culture. This is why they have to put out negative stuff about black Americans. This is why they have to say what they have to say about black Americans. Just so everything could be even. Like you gotta understand, Shabaka, if we all told the truth, if we all told the truth about America, if we all get the same equal chances in America, a lot of these people will not have jobs. These countries will be all black. There will be more black achievements. This isn't a fair game that we're playing. Black Americans is not playing a fair game. And even if I go to Africa, black Americans will not get the same fair game. We won't because at the end of the day, they're tribalistic. It goes by tribes. That's why I said in Africa, you're not going to make it, Shabaka, because it's the law of the land. If you're not from these niggas' tribes, it's done. You seen the last episode we have, you didn't see what that African girl said about black people? She said if black people go to Africa, there'll be more baby mamas. And she didn't forget that damn near every fucking corner is an orphanage like it's a fucking liquor store around every block. There's an orphanage in Africa. This is why I say you're not going to make it in Africa.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
Like I can see your point, like, culture, BBC, like, what do women want, right? So I get where you're coming from.
okay, we got a lot to unpack here. We got a lot to unpack here. Now, a lot of the white women and a lot of these other women, they desire foundational black American men
Just said
based
that.
on just raw attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be clear. Now, some of these other women from like third world countries, they'll look at a white man for
Money.
financial assistance because they know a lot of white men are good tricks. They know the white man is a good lick. You understand? But once they get that good lick, once these white women, or either non-white women or whoever, these women from these third world countries, once they get that lick and they don't need them financially, they generally go who they really want to go for. That's why when you see very wealthy white women, the well-to-do white women who have a legacy and they don't need white male validation no more, the first thing they do is go get a brother. The Heidi Klums, Madonna, um, who's the other one? Cher, her old ass went and got her a brother. Yeah, that's what they do. You understand? And then we talk about the white woman is most desired, but the black woman is the least desired. But here's the thing: what's interesting, these white women who are so-called so desirable, the
Listening.
ones who are the most desirable, they take on the aesthetics of foundational black
Thank
American
you.
women. They'll try to take on.
What did I say? Black women are the most copied women ever. In this world, black women are the most copied one. From every nationality to gays. Oh yeah. Chris Jenner.
The attitude, the demeanor, the style, the swag, and the sass
Told you.
of foundational black American women.
To blacks.
You understand?
To nationalities of gays.
Oh, I
okay?
understand. You're completely 100%
Right.
correct, dude. They take every single action. Like, why do you think white girls are getting BBLs?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. These white women are trying to dress, twerk, act like sisters. Bad Barbie and all these people. Yeah, they're trying to emulate foundational black America. Bad baby, that's the name. Yeah, bad baby. All these. Yeah, they come up doing it. It's a come up. Yeah. You see. So yeah, with that whole red pill community, again, there's a lot of racial dynamics to it, right?
I'm just saying, don't yes, like it's like don't group the entire thing into it, right? Like there's all these like you have all of the papers, right? Like all of the Nick Fuentes followers, like they're a good example because they're over here like all Jews are bad, Jews, blah blah blah, and it's like, bro, you're like,
Nigga
why are
called
you
him
going
a
to group an
spick. That's
entire group of
crazy.
people into something where it's only if it's like a portion of those people that are doing the shit that you don't agree with? Like you're low IQ, like chill out, and you're kind of doing the same thing with everybody that's red pill. Like you can't like if you have a gripe with a name, like shit on that name, do your thing, tag them, add them, make your video, whatever. But if it's the calling the entire group into as being bad, that's not it, because like the red pill has evolved more than what you see it as. Like it's
It evolved to the white red pill evolved into a white supremacy group. That's what it evolved to. Nothing else, nothing less. It's just, what else can we say? You know, the only thing Africans in America have is white man's money. Shabaka, what the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ, I'm lost with you, Shabaka. But okay, Shabaka. I'm gonna say this, all right. I don't think I'm gonna go on long. I'm gonna do 5 more minutes of this and I'm gonna land.
pretty much just the truth. Like we've gotten back to the Matrix, and Morpheus handing Neo both pills and being like, pick one. The red pill merely is just the truth now. Like that's it.
No,
It's the truth of the
not the
world.
truth. It's not. It's these dudes basically get into 4chan style trolling. They always get into some weird anti-black shit because it's all about trying to be an alpha male, and there's a lot of jealousy that these dudes have of foundational black American men because we are very influential. When we walk in the room, all eyes on us, and all the women choose the out of us. And a lot of these dudes feel a certain way about it, and they stay in these little rooms with these groypers and all of these weird people talking weird shit about us. Again, Myron Gaines, he is a representative of a lot of that bullshit. And even the Tate brothers, like I said, they get into a lot of that real weird anti-black shit, even though they have black genetics. So it's too much of a theme with these red pill dudes. They get too obsessed with hierarchies. They have a lot of influence on these white nationalists. They start targeting black masculinity as a scapegoat. They start talking about crime all the time in order to kind of make themselves seem more desirable to women. They get to talking about fatherless homes. Yeah, that red pill shit gets real deep into some real anti-black nonsense. And that's very common. It's not like a little small group of them. Yeah. And, and
Yeah, well, because there's a commonality, right? Like, yes, there's a commonality in a lot of things. Like, there's all these people that are over here, like, oh, the Jews run the music business, they run, banking, they run this and that, so they're bad. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing you're arguing right now, and it's like we both know that it's a bad idea. Like, it's not a good look to group everybody in the entire space into one
they
bubble.
black folks into shit all the time.
Because there's plenty of red pill, like strong black men that are like literally slaying the game. Like they're over here walking through life like Adonis because they've got their shit figured out. They're good guys and they've got their shit together.
Like who?
I don't know. I would say the one that the one guy that I see is like that guy is probably like Brandon Carter.
I'm not really familiar with that guy. I'm not familiar with him. So what's so special about Brandon Carter?
Well, he's just he like he wants everybody to prosper. He wants men to be better. He's like he's a fitness guy. Like that's his main niche. Is he's just grown everything through fitness. Like he teaches people how to do a essentially remote fitness business and or even in person and how to do it right, and that's his niche.
Oh,
But it's all just like it's just positivity, and bro's just cooking, and he's like
Niggas cook.
rolling around stacked as and can slay anything he wants.
and yeah, I'm looking.
It's a good example for
Yeah, and I
everyone.
just looked at him. He's up here with Myron Gaines. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, he's sitting up here with Myron damn Gaines. Okay,
Yeah, but so is it bad? Like, so everyone that has an interview or like is on Fresh and Fit, like all of those people are bad automatically.
no, but if you clicked in with certain people, if you around 9 dickheads, you're gonna be the 10th one. You know what I'm saying? You are who you hang around a lot.
So it's the birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, because he's not opposing their views. Like, I've gone on platforms with people that I vehemently disagree with, and I will oppose them in person on their platforms. I'll let them know I don't share their views. So that's a different thing. But if you're with somebody and you guys seemingly have the same views, that says something about your character to a certain degree, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But in order to extrapolate the miasma from that
Double edged logic. What's going on, player? It's a plenty of black Americans who look down on what you deem as the best of black America. There's a lot of negative. So if they look down on it, why do their culture and their people copy it? Their people do it, And do you mean black Americans in America or black non-immigrant? I mean immigrant black Americans. Let me, be personally on it. And let me ask you a question. What things do people look down on that black Americans do collectively? We'll end this here and I'll answer your question. This will be the last question I answer, Double Edge. And shout out to you, man. Long time, man. Haven't seen you in a while. So the question is, what is looked down amongst black Americans that are done collectively? You know, that's matter of fact, yo, double edge. What's SA booty? Man, man loves love me some SA booty. South African booty? You like yourself some South African booty? Everything in the world. The beautiful African ladies going. Yeah, I agree with you, Shabaka. I like all type of women, you know? Like every black person don't like rap. It's degenerates. It depends what it is. You know you can't put all rap in the same category because you know why? All of those have it. I'm gonna say this. I think rap is a genre. Yes, it was created by us, but at the end of the day, it's not every black person do that. You know, there are some dope rap songs. That's why I said collectively you can't say that. You know, I'm saying collectively. Collectively, not every black person raps. You're looking at it like this double edged. You're looking at like 10% of black people who actually could rap. And saying that, oh yo, all these black people are rapping. You gotta look at right now, you gotta even look at it right now. Everybody's rapping. You go to other countries, there's niggas who's trying to be like fucking Chief Keef. Look at England. They're running around here stabbing niggas. That's Africans and Caribbean people doing that. You go to Japan, niggas is doing fucking drill videos. In Japan. Yeah, but double edge, I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. I said collectively. Collectively, not every black person raps. When I was giving some things up, I said black women are the most copied, black American women are the most copied women ever. In this generation, in this decade, we are the most copied. Well, women are the most copied. From fat asses to big tits to big lips to personality to culture to hair bonnets. Everybody's doing that because they seen a black woman do it. To braids, it wasn't even an African. We can't even say, oh yeah, they seen an African do that. No, they seen a black American woman because you know why? Black Americans just generally are universal people. They're universal people. Technically, you know what? Put it this way, double edge. If we can pick out what type of who we could compare black people with, it has to be the Moors. Because the Moors invented a lot of universal shit. Black Americans has invented a lot of universal shit that people still use to this day. I'm not saying who is better or not, but at the end of the day, but comparison and what they have done and gave to the world, that's the only thing we can compare them to. The Moors invented, they have crazy inventions out here. We're gonna say that because I can't go in there. Oh, yo, look at the inventions. No, they created a lot of stuff. The Moors. They came up with a lot of inventions, a lot of philosophies, everything. Countries, black Americans, they created they create communities, they created inventions. We got to look at black Americans like that, you know? And the reason why we have to look at black Americans like that because who else collectively is doing the same? Who else has done the same thing? The closest person who ever did something close to what we did is probably the Chinaman. You know, we can't say Europeans because Europeans took African comedic and Moorish inventions to get what they need. You know? No. You're not talking about the collective Shabaka. You're talking about those two. You talking about dusty niggas that are doing that. You're talking about dusty niggas compared to 53 plus million black Americans. You can't do that. You're talking about a few raggedy niggas that do that. You talking about a few coon ass niggas that's doing that. Most black men love black women. Most rich black men are married to black women. Most black men who make over $100,000 date black women. So I'm tired of y'all using those stats and those per capita that makes y'all sound racist and biased and not telling the truth. This is what's actually really going on in these communities. Y'all trying to make us to denigrate our own people, and we're not going to denigrate our own people. We're going to tell the truth about our people. If we fuck up, we fuck up. We'll talk about what we need to fix. Thanks, DJ X1. I appreciate that. I know some black people who call what you say how we dress. Yes, of course. But at the end of the day, not all black people dress like that. Most black people are fly. Most black people are black dandies. You know? No, per capita is fucking racist. I think y'all use that to try to denigrate black people. I think that's a way to say some racist shit. And I'm gonna be personally honest about that per capita shit. Instead of saying stats, y'all say per capita. I ain't listening to y'all niggas. Y'all sound racist saying that shit. So, yeah, if you ever say per capita around me, I'm going to say, yeah, you sound like a fucking Jeff Sessions. You know, but yo, real talk, Double Edge, yo, hit me up, email me. Yo, y'all can email me and everything. Nigga says stats isn't. I don't personally believe in stats, because I feel like stats can lie. So, it's a weird thing that I do believe in. So, we'll talk about that next time because it's time to go. Shout out to Kwame. Which dress code do the world copy from FBA? We got a whole bunch of dress codes and stuff. You know, we got casual, we got, urban. We got casual, fashionable. We got fashionable. We got mad. You gotta understand, we got a lot of what's the word? We have a lot of patterns. We have patterns that we created or we reinvented, and we have patterns we influenced and inspired. Even if we didn't, put it this way, even if we didn't create it, we inspired people to wear it. We influenced people to wear it. Like the drum. Africans made the drum and the banjo. Africans couldn't get the shit popping. Black Americans got the shit popping. You know? I'm just being personally honest. Black Americans got the drum and banjo popping. It wasn't Africa. Africa didn't even know what the fuck to do with it. You know, this is why America's a bigger market than most of these countries. Like, some of these people can have a whole bunch of talent, but if you're not in a great market, it doesn't mean anything. You're just a loser with talent. You know, so it just, like I said, even if we didn't create it, we got it popping. We got it popping from you. We got it popping because y'all couldn't get it popping. You know? But I'm going to give my shout out. Shout out to Kwame. Shout out to Shabaka. Shout out to Jeff, Double Edge, DJ X1. Who else shout out to? Dorsey. I said Shabaka. Shout out to Ray Ray, E Will. Let's see. Spence. FBA Convo. Shout out to Rando. Ray Ray, I think I said Ray Ray, Shabaka, I think I said Double Edge, I said the 13516. EL, shout out to EL, shout out to Chief GoldenEye, salute. You know, he was trolling in the live chat. Shout out to him. Thank you for the trolling, man. Crack dealing needs a crack. FBA is the crackhead. This nigga's talking about crack. You know, Kwame, how you talking about cracking? Y'all don't even got no running water in Africa. I mean, running water in Jamaica. The fuck, this nigga. But thanks everybody for coming on this show. You know, shout out to Kwame. You know, Kwame in Jamaica with no running water. Technically, he's not in. He's on the honeymoon stage with his boyfriend, right? Well, with his new husband. Shout out to Kwame and his new husband. Congratulations. So everybody give a shout out to Kwame. You know, he just got married to his long-term husband in